And, well, we're live, for lack of better intro. Hi, everybody. How's everybody this fine evening? I am going to be cutting back on my streaming quite a bit. I don't know. I'm going to slowly pull my IV out of the vein of this YouTube. Give you a little bit of a high once in a while. Hello, my sweet stallion. How are you this evening? Yeah, Tony. It's I may throw up a stream once in a while here in the middle of the night where it's quiet, where I can have a few moments to breathe. People have got a brand new plethora of people to delve into now. NPC characters unlocked. Time to go explore the native lands. For you have made it to the borders. I grant you access. Hello, Justin Love. We've missed. Aw, Stallion, you hardly even come here anymore, sweet boy. You've been doing support for other people. I dig your work, my friend. I too have a invested interest in our Sir Alps. Hello, Lisa, you beautiful thing, you. How are you, my lovely Lisa? Tony! I don't know. I miss your face, Tony. I know you still pop in every day, but not like you used to. We all used to fucking pretty jam pretty much all the time. Now it's become kind of like this I don't know, toxic swill of shit. I've had to divorce a whole bunch of people. It's just the way it goes, my friend. I don't know. I don't know, Tony. I'm just not invested like other people. Popcorn lung titan. LD is coming for the leg. Okay. Let me know when that's gonna happen, alright? So I can make sure that I pick up and not be anywhere in the vicinity where that dude's at. I've got 3 legs. If he really wants one, he can just sniff my leg sweat, then that could be arranged. But, there will have to be some cash in exchange for such things. What can I say, Justin? It's. Who cares? Like, for real. God, for somebody such a hideous monster that everybody can't stand, people are certainly invested into my fucking biscuits. Lord have mercy. All I'm trying to do is just fucking have a little midnight toke, say hi to my friends, maybe pop up a stream once in a while. There's a lot of entertainers out there now, you know what I mean? Such talent roams these streets, these YouTube streets. All you have to do is delve into it. People that are easily played. I'm I've gotten to a weird spot in my head where a lot of this shit is uninteresting to me anymore. I only really wanted to, you know, waste some time and have some fun with my friends. Be there for people who might needed it. Oh, I have a guest. Hello, Captain Spaulding.
Hello, I'm the devil.
Oh God.
Need
Hello,
me to post
Rudy.
for you?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
I didn't know if you posted it or not.
No, I hadn't posted it. I just came up a minute ago. I really wanted to come up because I had something kind of special planned, and I was hoping the guest of honor would show up. But I don't know where she is. because in 30 minutes it will be one of the most beautiful souls that have ever entered into this planet's birthday. And I want nothing more to be the first person to wish her a happy birthday. Hi,
Who?
Burns.
Who?
Oh, she
Hey,
told me she
Lisa.
she
Hey.
told me she had went to bed.
Aw,
Yeah,
Talking
we
to
were
my
watching.
friends.
We finished Game of Thrones and we started watching House of Dragons, and she said she went to bed.
House of
She's getting
Dragons
her
must have
nails
bored
done
her.
tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's her birthday.
Oh, I didn't know. Damn it.
Tomorrow's Glindy's birthday, everybody. So when you see her, make sure you scream happy birthday in her face at every
Oh,
moment.
yeah. Hell's
yes.
bells,
Scream
yeah.
as loud as I do. Happy birthday!
No,
Yeah.
don't scare everybody away.
Right?
Why not?
Because we pay for this earbud and no, I don't wanna be deaf. I'm already
No,
old. I don't need to be deaf too.
I think I want to be deaf. I think that's my next goal in life. Blind and deaf. I could just Helen Keller this shit all over the place.
Mm.
Then I won't have to know
Right?
anything anymore. Get pushed around going dur dur.
I do understand that.
Either that or I'm gonna become a whore. One or the other. So
Oh well.
yeah.
I don't see you
I would
becoming a
be over
whore.
for Mike.
I don't know. Like I'm getting to a weird mindset. Okay, I'm getting into a weird place, Cap. I'm telling you, I'm starting to feel like trapped.
Oh.
I just, maybe I feel like I need an ego boost. Maybe I should just cougar it out for a while and just be like, hey, hungry like a wolf, Facebook dating or some shit. I'm on the hunt. I'm after you. You know, fuck it. Start collecting these young 30-year-olds that are always hitting on me, even though they're babies. Fuck it. Just hit it and quit it, baby.
Hit it and quit
It's
it.
just fucking brand that booty and keep them moving.
Nah, I know you better than that.
Get myself a big old belt and start putting notches in it.
I know you way better than that.
Nah, I'm gonna get like super fucking fit in my body since everybody wants to say I'm so fucking hideous all the time. And I'm
Oh.
just gonna start fucking tagging
Those
and bagging, baby. That's what I'm
no,
gonna do.
those people are weird.
Well,
Tagging and bagging.
I'll make you a deal, Shannon. If you do that, I'll
Well,
start.
I might be weird, Lisa, but at least I'll be laid. You know?
I'll make you a deal, Shannon. You start doing that, and then I'll start doing that, and we'll see who can bag the most.
Oh, I'll fuck
Yikes.
you up. Men, men aren't picky. Men aren't picky, man. Even as is, I could get a bunch of dudes to fuck me, but like if I go get on that fucking super bod, everybody's so superficial now, okay? So I go fucking start doing squats and make my pancakes little fucking cinnamon dough balls.
Oh
Then
shit.
eh, when I start doing those push-ups and make those little fucking nips of mine perky again, there's gonna be no holding me back. Fuck it.
Hey Burns.
Let's see how Shanny gets her groove back. Do I have to go to a beach in fucking Jamaica and find a bunch of young guys who want nothing more to be just a piece of instrument to my vaginal playground? Well, maybe so, sirs. Maybe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? If I get AIDS this time, it won't matter. I'm already on the way out. You know what I mean? Right, Birds? Ego's for the weak minded. I'm weak minded. Let's go get some ego on. Let's go fill our cups with young
No,
children.
that's fine, Burns. Hey, Mr. A.
Hey, Mister A.
Hello, Mr. A, sweetheart. Like, I've never been a slutty, hedonistic, let's just fucking hit it from the back so I don't get attached kind of person ever.
Lies.
Maybe that's what I should be. Like I've lost
No,
myself
don't sell
somewhere.
yourself short.
I used to like, be okay. Now I'm not so sure I'm okay anymore. Everybody who hits on me these days is in their mid 30s. I'm like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Ah,
You and my son could have went to school together. What is that? You guys got to tell me what that's about. What's with the cougar thirst all of a sudden? Why are you guys going after old broads?
oh,
Eh?
well. That happened to me 22 years ago, so I'm good.
Lisa, you're not that
You're
old.
talking like a 7 age age difference.
Yeah. Look, fucking Cat's getting in on that 21 action, man. 21, 21.
I heard about that.
Yeah, dude. Cat's got the youngins after him, too.
Yeah.
What is with you youngins in here? Y'all want us old berries up here with darker the berries, the sweeter the juice, the runnier the fucking wrinklier the skin, the better the sin? I mean, what's
What the
going on?
fuck?
You gotta let me in the know. I'm an old bitch, okay? I watch TikTok to stay new and current, but holy shit. What is with this new
The
savory,
wrinklier the skin,
senality?
the more spaces you have to hide shit in. Start hiding fucking Skittles and turn it into a game.
You're not going after Lucky Charms anymore. You're going after Werther's Originals. What the fuck?
Right?
The hell's going? What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell? Oh my. Oh
You
dear.
cracked me up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, stop it, Burns. Oh, stop it. Don't tell me you can't open up a fucking Playboy or Playgirl or whatever the fuck those things are called and see a young woman with a fucking shape like a bombshell and not go, she looks like a child to me. It's just, no. I mean, I see 13-year-old girls fucking walking down the street that look like they're fucking 25 these days. They got more fucking
Right?
lady lumps than I do, okay? They have more makeup on than I could ever imagine.
Lord have mercy.
I don't know if they're still around, Burns. I don't even watch porn. But maybe I should start.
No.
Yeah, maybe we should start watching porn.
Well,
Maybe I should start
that's up
a
to you, but no for me.
maybe I should start a senior porn collection. See what that's all about. You know, old folks' homes have the highest ranking for having STDs in there. I guess we old fuckers, we be getting down. We become like nymphos. We're like, shit, we can't get nobody pregnant no more. Let's go. You want to play Battleship? I'll sink mine in yours.
You make me laugh so hard.
I'm just saying, who reads Playboy? Tell me if that's still around. Or Hustler. Or
Hell no.
Big Jugs. Hasn't everybody substitute that for like Pornhub these days? More
No.
interactive.
Not me.
Yes.
I'm an angel.
Cats, yes, free porn. What kind of porn do you watch, Cap?
I refuse to say.
Why does everybody say that? What the hell are you all watching in that Pornhub?
I watch all kinds of shit. That's all I'll say.
I don't watch any of that
Do you
shit.
watch Wilkes County amateur porn?
I watch all kinds of shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't watch any of that shit.
Oh my God, Tony likes big, beautiful women. I didn't know that. Hi, Remy.
Tony, there's nothing like watching BBW porn that's gangbang porn. Watching her getting it in every fucking hole.
Oh,
Oh.
goddamn, you're nasty.
Is there a flower vat where you roll her around to see where all the holes are? I don't.
Oh shit.
Is find a dry hole. So Tony likes the big, beautiful women's, and Cap likes gangbangs. All right.
I don't, not just gangbangs. I like all kind of porn.
Just gangbangs are all kinds of porn.
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God, Lisa, help me, because all I want to do is ask him what the fuck he watches. Now I'm
No,
curious.
don't do it. Don't do it,
I'm
ma'am.
curious what
I'll,
this
I'll,
fucker watches.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you this. Some of it involves circus music and gimp masks.
No,
What the
I
fuck?
want you to turn on your share screen and show us your browser. I
Oh
want to
no,
see.
please don't.
Oh
I
hell
will
no!
have to leave.
You have a better chance of seeing Jesus.
Ah! Ah!
You dirty bastard.
I
I
hadn't
don't
planned
I
on
don't
it,
do
Justin
that.
T.
Mike and I have never done that. We make up our own.
Oh, how amateur porn of you. Do you upload it to Pornhub for everybody to watch?
Fuck no. We
Oh,
don't
okay.
record, we don't
Well, if
share.
you don't record it, then it's not porn. It's just you fucking each other.
Exactly. That's
You have
our
to pull out
porn.
the camera. He's got to get in there deep, get those
Oh,
angles, where
you
the
know.
balls are slapping skin and
It
fucking.
is what it is. That's all I'm gonna say.
And then you guys got to watch it together. That's what you do after you do
No,
each other.
ma'am. We
Oh.
experience it together. That's all that needs to be done.
Well, yes, you experience it together, then you watch it together, and you experience it together while you're
Nope.
watching it.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Well, you're missing out, man. You're missing out.
Um,
It's kind of
uh,
like having a mirror, up above the bed.
well, I'd rather have that than record shit.
Okay. But you can't watch it again later. Like, what if he wants to go on his phone later and you're not home and he wants to like watch it?
Oh, I'm
Better he
always
watching
home.
you guys than watching
I am
regular
always
porn.
home. We can recreate the scene.
What if you're visiting your mom for 2 weeks and he just needs some
No.
loving?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
What if he goes on a business trip to Germany and he's gone for a month and you guys can't be with each other?
Then we'll do phone sex.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You gotta have some kind of something.
Listen, we were separated for 2 years. We took care of business.
You don't like to watch yourself jamming on stage? I don't even like to hear my own voice played back, okay? So I
Right?
can tell you how much fucking porn I've recorded. 0 - 0 - 0, okay? So, but I just like fucking with Lisa because she's does not like that kind of stuff. And it's funny to me. And I think I think now that Cap's a big perv and now I want to see his browser history, see what the hell he's watching over there.
Well, if he wants to show you, I gotta go to bed. That's cool.
He's not gonna
I
show
don't want to
me.
see it.
None of these guys would present their browser options. Maybe Burns. Everybody else is like, oh hell no, I ain't doing that shit. She's gonna see that like Turkish lesbians that put Coke bottles up their vaginas, whatever they
Oh
fuck they.
Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, there's some weird
Oh, I,
porn
I
out there.
prefer them using pull sticks, but Coke bottles work.
Ugh.
What the fuck did you just say?
Not everybody's a pervert. There's some kind of vanilla dudes out there, to be honest with you.
I'm pretty vanilla, unless I'm with my husband, and I don't share that shit. Just saying.
Oh baby, you got what I need.
Exactly.
Well, I don't have a husband, so I'll share my thoughts. I'll share my
All
thoughts with
right,
the
ma'am.
audience.
Do
I
it
don't
to
know.
it, Mountain Dew.
And my thoughts are, hey, I'm gonna smoke this joint and I'm gonna eat a snack and I'm gonna fall asleep and then whatever happens in my dreams goes about. These dreams go on when I close my eyes. And you know what? Lately I haven't been dreaming of shit stacks, Batman.
It's not a bad thing, is it?
No. It's less stressful for me.
Well, and that's what I think. Like, oh, that means a great rest.
Yeah. Yep, I'm pulling back my energy from a lot of stuff. You're gonna all see very soon. There's gonna be a little black spot in the sun today.
I
Yeah,
hear
it's
you.
kinky.
I agree with you.
Am I kinky, Justin? Not really. I must admit, I have imagined getting my back cracked like a lobster hedonistically before, but I mean,
What the fuck?
it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've got cracked in the back like a lobster. No kidding me. I take jokes very literally here, Justin. You think I'm kinky? I'm not kinky. Well, maybe I am kinky. Maybe there is a little kinky. Maybe with the right person, we're all a little kinky. Eh? Ever think about that? Huh?
Lady on the street, a freak in the sheets.
That's right. Like with the right person, if it's somebody that you trust, who knows, right? All boundaries
Well, it's
are
not
off
that.
limits.
It's not that drastic.
See, Burn Scott's on his browser, recipe sites, home recording sites, news sites, guitar sites, my porn of all types of music sites, and new how-to sites. Mine would consist of TikTok videos, uh, Operation Repo, Judge Judy, YouTube streams.
Not only will I not show you my browser history, I will not show you my bookmarks.
Oh shit!
All
You
my
got that shit
bookmarks are
bookmarked?
recipes. Food
Mine's all
recipes.
mine's all tech shit. Mine's all like references to different tech things, programming, all kinds of shit.
Shani, I love you. I gotta head out for the night. I gotta get up in a few hours.
All right, Lisa, I love you too. You have a good night,
Good night,
sweetheart.
Lisa. Love you, Lisa.
Good night, you all. Have a great night. Great
You
morning.
too.
Much love.
Much love. What up, pickle boy? How's it going, Dilrod? Who be you? Whose baby is you? And why are you in my room? Have you come in peace or have you come in chaos? One must know these things. Like, you guys got a few more fucking hits at me before I'll probably end up going poofity doofity for all of you. So take it while you can get it, motherfuckers. I'm going to be surfing the internet in a different way. I'll still be me, but I just won't be streaming as much. And somebody else can fucking take the ass belonkins for other people's bullshit. It won't be my responsibility.
Stop.
Like I told you, I'm gonna get a revenge body. I'm gonna get a revenge body. I'm gonna get all fucking sexy as shit. I'm gonna go get a spray tan. I'm gonna go fucking bling my vagina up. We're gonna go have a fucking party like it's 1999, motherfuckers. That's what we're gonna do up in this bitch. Come on, all the single ladies, no, I'm just kidding. I hope everybody knows I'm full of shit because I am totally being full of shit right now. Hell, come on, I am going to fucking work out and get him a revenge body, but I'm not gonna be boinking anybody. I don't do the boink boinks. I don't do the pokey of the fucking jokies anymore, okay? We don't do pokey dokies. We don't hokey pokey anymore.
We don't hokey pokey anymore.
Hey,
We don't.
Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Love you, Laura.
Tell Laura I loved her. I'm on a mission to heal the world to get everybody back with their exes so that they're all duly together in the right perspective. I was having a little emotional breakdown the other day thinking about if James and Nicole broke up. Because I make this big thing that I'm going to divorce Nicole because she chose James over me because she did the other day. I just want y'all to know that. She totally, 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 I mean, without a doubt, chose James over me. And it broke my heart into pieces. And it used to make me really sad when she called me her friend, but now I'm just okay with it. I'm just okay with it. So we're making progress. But if James and Nicole break up and she didn't leave him for me, the world is going to catch on fire. And we're all going to die in it. I'm going to spontaneously combust. No, Burns, you got to get back with your exes. I'm going to mend fences with everybody and their exes. It must have been love, but it's
Yeah.
over now. You first, Cap. You get on that
I don't.
phone and you start telling Nikki how much you love her right now.
Oh, fuck no.
All right,
You got a
Kathy
better
then.
chance of seeing God.
Kathy then.
Nope. Got a better chance of seeing God.
Bull Pucky.
Oh, Pucky.
Bull Pucky. They did it all for the nookie.
I'll tell you what. I will call Nikki and tell her how much I still love her. If you call LD and tell him how much you still love him.
Oh, I'll totally do that.
Yeah, that's
I think that'd be great content.
right.
Let's call him. Like if I had a way right now to like transfer a phone call, I'd totally call him and see if he answers the phone. I'd be all, baby, I miss you. I love you. I want you. Please come lick my stump.
Please come lick my stump.
I need you. I want you. I wonder what he would do. He'd probably be all, yeah, let's jerk off. He's LD. I mean, no puss goes left behind with LD.
Right.
What if I started breathing real hard on the phone and goes, no blood, no love. Harder, daddy. Harder. See what he fucking does. I totally do it. I totally put him on the hook for it. Why not?
How you get?
Fuck him.
How the hell are you gonna keep me quiet though? Because I would be busting a gut.
I don't know, but apparently
I'd have to mute my mic.
this situation was harder on him than it was on me because I would totally fucking flirt with him just to make him fucking react to it. It'd be funny to me. I laugh about it. Even if it's all fucking legless, dirty bitch, I'd still laugh about that. I know, I'm sick. I'm a sick motherfucker.
Now
Ew.
You know LD would be all into it if you called him on the phone and was breathing heavy into the phone, going, "Oh yeah, give it to me, daddy," and he'd
Yeah.
be all into it.
I'd be all, daddy, I need you right now. Yeah, please, put your hand down your pants. Oh, yeah. He'd jerk off. Of course he would.
Of course he would.
Hello, get to know, stop. Whose baby is you? No, Burns, just LDs because he acts like I'm such a fucking dirty, nasty monster. I could still fucking get his dick hard easier than fuck, and he would look like shit, but I'm not going to do that because guess what? I'm funny, I'm not sick. You know, maybe my sickness is kind of funny though.
Right, Burns?
Oh, anybody burns. That's the whole point. Men are beautiful men, beautiful creatures, beautiful pervy creatures that can't help themselves. They touch themselves, they can't resist. Look, if you'll let a transvestite fucking suck your tip, then I don't think me fucking talking dirty on the phone is a hard fucking goddamn choice to make to get a jerk off when you're drunk as fuck and all you want is some pootang. God,
Right?
I know men, you beautiful fucking creatures. I know each and every one of you. I know what it's all about. Hello, pig girl. How are you, you beautiful one? Happy hump day. Who's humping? I'm not humping. You humping? Who's humping? I mean, I know we just came off of Taco Tuesday, but and I had a burrito instead of a taco, by the way. Had lots of beans in it. It was full of protein.
Oh, I got a taco for your Taco Tuesday.
Yes,
Uh,
Burnsy, you are. I speak of you. Don't be fucking around, Burnsy. Don't be fucking around. You'll find out. You and I will play. We'll play. I'll figure out how those little fingers work on that guitar. Let me tell you, we'll get to strumming some shit. Fucking damn glad you're in another fucking country, sir. I'm in revenge fuck mode. Somebody's gonna get it. I have to do a glow up, and I have to get the hottest fucking guy in the room, and then I gotta just hit it and quit it. Just make a list. Make a list.
make
Hit
a
it and
list.
quit it. Yeah. I'm making a list and checking it twice. Gonna find out who's gonna be my vice.
I
Mr.
have a question.
Penis coming to town.
I have a question though. Are you going to go on Facebook dating site to make this list?
Yeah, I have to because I have to find it local. You got to get local produce. Like, what am I going to fly Burns in from Germany? Come on. I ain't got that kind of hit it and quit it money. Be nice. Damn.
You could always fly in Firefire from Canada. He's got a thumb.
Yeah. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Two thumbs. Two thumbs
Uh,
up. How'd you know that I'd fly an auto, that sexy little fucking beast? That little tiny pint sized fucking pecker? Who doesn't want that? Eh?
uh,
I'm quite sure I'll have some lesbian experiences out there. I mean, not with women, but with a few bitches. You know what I mean? So we'll just explore our sexual boundaries as a single middle aged woman with a rock hard body and a few wrinkles around her eyes, a couple smile lines. I like Raider Rich. Raider Richie is that's my homie. He's a good guy. Yes, everybody, I must spend my time now away from streams. I shall not be running streams anymore. I shall be working on my fitness and I shall be scoring and bagging hot babes all day, you know? Because I make the best tater tots and I keep them in my pants. So, like, I share my tots, everybody. Sharing is caring, okay? We're just all going to become giant chat hoes. Hey, DSM.
hey DSM.
D to the S to the M. Why you don't like this conversation? I'm telling you, I'm switching. I'm turning on the red light. Roxanne, turn on your red light, bitch. You know, some shit like that, isn't it? Roxanne. Yeah, I'm telling you, Burns. We can do it together. We can work it. We can work it out. We can work out. That's the thing, Burns. Like you gotta be fucking fine as fuck at 50. So I'm gonna spend this year doing my fucking glow up, okay? I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna fucking make this body a lean, mean machine and look like a fucking goddess. And then when I hit 50, I'm gonna do a huge photo shoot. And it's gonna be like one of those fucking boudoir kind. And then I'm gonna put out a fucking fans only. And I'm gonna charge $20 a fucking minute for watching people smear shit on my stump. It's gonna be sexy as fuck. Pull out the ice cream, the whipped cream, the peanut butter, the jelly. Smear that shit all over the place. Hi, DSM. How are you? You know, DSM, that picture is quite attractive. It's the wolf man. Are you a wolf? Raider Rich said I shouldn't come over here and introduce myself and tell you all about my channel and what it is about. Let's hear it. What's it all about? What's it all about, Pumpkin? I don't think I pinned the link. Do you want to come up and talk on panel, or would you like to stay in the chat? I'll have to have Cap drop the link, and then I'll have to roll my little ass over there and do my thing. Do my thing, baby cakes. You know what I mean? I gotta pin you to the wall. Sorry. Just a casualty of chat. We have to pin shit to the wall, or else people can't get it up. And you know we have to get it up in here. We gotta keep it up. Where's Coatsy? What happened to Coatsy? When he's here, there's no boner patrol. Oh, shit. Aw, damn it.
What?
Oh, I unplugged my mouse to charge my glasses. And I dropped the mouse behind the thing. And now it's not threaded through the keyboard right. So I'm gonna have to just do it stupid. We can work it out. Life is just a shit stack full of cream pies and lies. So pick a fine ass motherfucker, my friends. If you fall in love, make sure you always wear a glove, or else there's babies that will pop out of your cooter. You know, some kind of motivational song like that. Oh, here it is, milk and cookies. This is where we at. We at right here. This is where we at. Did you drop the link?
I did.
Well, look at you, Mr. Proactive. Boy, you sure wear my profile well. Look at that. You look just like me.
I can post it again if you like, so you don't have to scroll up.
No, I got it. I got it.
Okay.
See, DSM likes my singing. Rock on. Well, hello, my favorite little excavator. How are you today, dirt guy? It's a pleasure seeing you this fine morning, evening, whatever. DSM says he's a Yugoslavian mountain hound. Ooh. What does that mean? There you go. Get to know you. Getting to
G2K.
know you.
Do you know G2K?
It's getting to know you. The one that
Okay.
Richie sent over.
Okay. What up?
Hello, getting to know you.
Hello,
Getting to
Teef.
know all about you. Tell us about your channel.
So, I run an awareness channel about how serious pedophilia is in this country, and how our country is not doing shit about it. Um, I'm a survivor of childhood SA, and my wife is too. And we just feel like the laws and the penalties that govern these laws are not strict enough in this country. And we advocate, and we're trying to get the laws and penalties changed when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, needless to say,
Oh,
my channel's not the most popular of channels, but
well, it probably should be. Let's be real.
yeah, I mean,
You can even imagine the amount of pedophilia that goes on around the internet. That's a totally
oh,
terrible thing, and the trafficking and all
oh,
kinds of
I
other
can,
stuff.
oh, I can imagine. Trust and believe that. I haven't met anybody that knows more about this topic than I do. This subject, like it's a $128 billion a year worldwide industry. You know what I mean? Just the fact that they call it an industry should tell you should tell you something alone. You know?
Right. Hi, Nicole. How are you, beautiful girl? Even though we've divorced, I still love you, Nicole. I'll always love you. Well, you know what? You should too. Maybe Cap can drop your link so everybody can sub up to you if that's something that they're really passionate about. I mean, the truth of the matter is absolutely terrifying and terrible what happens to children everywhere. And I mean, I think that's a good thing to support. Getting rid
I
of
mean,
pedophilia,
thank
strengthening
you.
the laws.
Yes. Like most people don't realize that one child every 30
Thank you,
seconds
Bernsey.
is essayed in this country. See, I don't use those words on my channel. I use what they really are. So I don't know how you run stuff on your channel. So I don't want to get you struck or
Pretty
anything.
loosey goosey.
So
I
um,
mean, under the Fair Use Act of any kind of material whatsoever, we're allowed to use certain terms. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, in the matter of a discussion, you're able to do so for educational purposes. But, the fact of the matter is, I keep things pretty loosey goosey. I know what sexual assault is. I was sexually abused and assaulted by a foster kid for 3 years in my own home. So I know all about that. Sometimes it's not even people that are related to you or
yep,
there could be complete strangers, they're predators.
yep,
There's all kinds of framing for sexual assault when it comes to children.
absolutely.
Even other children sexually assault other children.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So it's a good thing to bring to light the different forms of sexual assault that there are, because people think it's just one thing, like it's a man raping a woman, or or an older person raping a child, but there's all kinds of forms of sexual assault.
There's
Yes.
the link to Getting to Know You's channel.
There's Getting to Know You channel. You guys like and sub
It's
up if
just it's just get to know. It's just get to know. There's no you at the end. Everybody does it. It's funny to me, but everybody does it. But
I
um,
guess we just fill that in our heads.
yeah, yeah. It happens naturally with most everybody. But it's most people just call me G2K, but the stop actually stands for something specific. So it stands for Stand Tough on Pedophilia, and that's what we plan on doing. That's what we're doing, and on my Get to Know channel. So it literally means something. So, and that's what we got to do. If we're gonna do any kind of if we're gonna make any kind of change, we got to stand together and we got to stand tough on pedophilia. We got to stop
let
allowing
me
these creeps get away with this kind of shit.
Let me ask you something. Do you think that pedophilia is rehabilitate? Can you?
No,
Do you think you don't think you could be rehabilitated from that?
not after a certain age. No, no. Now maybe a child 10, 11, 12 years old. Yeah, but much older than that, I don't think so.
Hey,
And
kettle.
and from 18 and up, there's a 99% chance that they'll do it again.
Well, it's a cycle. They've learned that much. Like
Yeah,
most of the time, people aren't born, with sexual proclivities to do such things, but and it's a taught behavior.
Yes,
Just like,
it's definitely a learned behavior. Yes, it is
right.
absolutely.
So, I always wonder if there is any rehabilitation for that form of deviance.
One
Like
percent,
1%, eh?
1%.
Is that the actual numbers? That's sad.
That's actual numbers. I will not tell you numbers unless I will not tell you any kind of numbers unless they're facts. I do my research and I do the damn
So,
shit.
what do you propose when people are discovered doing such things to children that are different in the laws that we have now? What is it that you would like to see done, or change within our law that prevents these predators from being able to prey on children? Like,
Well,
what would you do? Like, what are some things you're trying to push through the?
I believe that if you want to get somebody's attention and if you want something to stop, you have to go to the extreme. Now, I know what it's like to have my innocence murdered from me from
Right.
the age I was 5 years old when it started, and
I'm sorry. It's devastating.
it is devastating. It is devastating, and I believe that 99% of these crimes against children should all be met with the death penalty. 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think we should have to. I don't think we should have to. I don't think we should lock them up in prison, and we should have to be required to take care of them for the rest of their lives, where they get to spend time in prison with other pedophiles and talk about their glory days of raping children. I don't think that's okay. Um,
Do you think that's what
when
happens to pedophiles in jail?
Well, right here in my own hometown, there are well, not my hometown, but in my home state of Idaho, uh, the maximum security prison here, they're building an annex onto their main prison, and it's just for pedophiles. Their own cafeteria, their
Yeah,
own showers.
that's because in prison they're fucking killed for being pedophiles.
Well,
Sometimes, the funny thing for me is I'm pretty divided when it comes to the death penalty because I'm not so sure that death is the ultimate fucking punishment. Doesn't it kind of relinquish them from living within their guilt?
if you want, if you're asking me what I would want to do or what I'm trying to get done, those that would be two different stories. Now, me
Right.
myself, what would happen would be grotesque. I would
That's what
handle
I'm
it.
saying. There's things worse than dying. You know what
Oh
I
yes,
mean?
absolutely.
Uh,
you know, feeding somebody piece by piece to their own dog. You know what I mean? Like
like I would prefer to see them in like a Guantanamo Bay type situation where they're basically tortured every day until they die, as opposed to shamefully and peacefully put them to sleep. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
absolutely. I say bring back public stonings. I say I say put them on an island and make it a pay-per-view event and watch them kill each other off. I mean, when you cross that line of assaulting a child in a sexual manner, I don't care how fucked up the rest of your life is. I don't care if you can find a home to live in. I don't care if you can find a pot to piss in. I don't care if you can find a plate to eat off of. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I know what kind of struggle life is after being sexually abused, and I was sexually abused up until I was almost 12 years old. And I know what comes after it. Like my children were victims of my sexual abuse before they were even born or thought of. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's like there's more victims than just the one physical victim in these crimes, and that's what people don't understand. Like the 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 downfall of being sexually abused is what's up, Rich? Is humongous. There's no limit to how fucked up it really can be. Like I've been a drug addict. I've been homeless, and I've got PTSD. I'm bipolar. I got dissociative identity disorder, and it's all linked to directly to being sexually abused. I have voices in my head that sometimes take over, and it's just you know what I mean. And it's been a struggle. I've had insomnia since I was 15 years old, and like it's all linked from being sexually abused.
Right. Well, for me personally, I'm nonviolent. So, like, I teach understanding and compassion and love. But the
Right.
fact of the matter is I also believe in universal karma in the sense that if you're going to go around abusing people, I hope that someday you're subjected to the same abuse you give somebody else so that you can sentiently understand the abuse that you're putting amongst your other people. You know what I mean? Other people.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I
I personally would never hurt a soul, even if it was to go. You know what? That's not true because if somebody did to my child what was done to you and we went to court and he was let off, I would kill him right there on the court steps like that other person. There would be no way he would do that to somebody else and I would go to prison for it. I don't care.
Yeah, my kids asked me a couple times back when they were younger. I have an 18-year-old son who's autistic, high functioning autistic, but he's autistic, and my daughter's will be 16 in October. And they'd ask me, they're like, Dad, what would you do if something happened to us? And I said, well, the first thing I would do is I'd pick up the phone, I'd call the police, and I'd say, so and so did such and such to my child. On your mark, get set, go. You better find him before I do, because if I do, you ain't gonna never find him.
Well, I believe in justice and I know that not everybody gets their due comings, but the fact is I would let justice intervene first. But if I knew that that person was being let off and they did something awful to my child, I would kill them right there on the court steps as they were taking him out of the court. I would just do what that one chick did. I pull out a gun, I just blow her away. I go to fucking prison to save other kids. I would,
47, I call them 47-cent cases. Why 47-cent cases? Because that's about what it costs to make a 9 millimeter bullet.
right?
Yep. Now, see, my wife, on the other hand, she's one of those ones that did attempt to go the justice way and do the right thing, and so did five of her friends, because her stepdad molested her and five of her friends, and the motherfucker walked out of the courtroom
Yeah, that's a
a free
problem.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, when I first met Shannon, she helped me with something that I was going through along that lines. My brother's dad molested me when I was a child, and my mom had charges pressed against him. And because my dad told me they would have put me in a foster home, I told him that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And um, I felt because every child after that got molested that it was my fault. But Shannon told me he probably wouldn't have gone to prison anyway.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't have.
Not on a
And I
first offense. No,
Nope.
and I would have probably been put in a foster home.
he would
Oh,
have.
you would have been. Oh, you would
Yeah.
have been. And 56,672 children come up missing and are never seen again out of foster care systems every year in this country. I
Yep.
wonder where they all go.
They're beaten and abused and molested in those places.
Yep.
Just nobody
Now,
cares about them.
yep. Now, what's your name, bro? Major Lee, you said? So
Yep.
I won't ever tell somebody sorry for what happened to them, but my heart goes out to you for that. Like the only
Mine
person, the only person I want, you know what I mean? The only person I get is I want a sorry from is the person who did it to me. Like nobody else did it to me, so I don't need to do. I don't, you know what I mean? And but if you want to talk to, if you would like to talk to me at any point in time about it, off camera, whatever I'm here for you, bro. Like that's one of the things that I try to stress on my channel. There's so many men in this world and in this country and in this world that have been sexually abused that will go to their grave and never tell a soul. And that's a pain and a struggle that nobody should have to fucking deal with.
Yeah.
It's not right. It's not fair. Nobody should have to deal with that. Nobody should have to go through that. Everybody should have that relief of being able to tell somebody and talk to somebody about it. So just so you or anybody else in your community know, if you guys ever need somebody to talk to about it, I'm here for you, man. 100%.
Thank
Not
you.
even fucking around.
Same to you.
Hey, likewise to everybody in here. Like, I mean, if anybody needs somebody to talk to about it, I'm always here as well.
Oh yeah. Even me,
I
like
mean, my sexual abuser's dead, but
Right.
You know,
So
it doesn't change my life or what I experienced, and I have a ripple effect too. I was very lucky. I was raised by parents who made me very strong, and I had a very strong father figure, so I knew what a real man was all about, and I knew that real men don't abuse little girls. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is I still have things like I don't like strangers touching me. I don't have hit it and quit it sex sessions, okay? I don't have those kinds of things because I won't let strangers near me. I will go get a massage because somebody I don't know is going to touch me.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's just things that I avoid altogether. I don't like going to concerts because people rub against me that I don't know. There's things that happen to you when you're continuously abused in some kind of way. It could be verbally, it could be sexually, it could be physically, it could be all three, you know?
Yep. Yep. That was me. Like that was me.
Oh, thanks, DSM.
Like just becoming. People are like, oh, you're a survivor. No, I'm a fucking warrior. I'm not a survivor. I'm a warrior because it takes a warrior to be able to openly talk freely in the public. Like, there's not a person on my channel that doesn't know my story. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it
there's
takes guts because even when I told my story, after they forced me to tell it because they painted it in a different light than what it was, all they do now is make things up like say, "Oh, she lied about this. She lied about that." Like it takes fucking nuts to even talk about that in public to begin with, all right?
yeah,
Especially when it involves children.
yep,
Two of my children were by my sexual abuser, but somehow that became my boyfriend. You know what I mean?
yep,
No. It wasn't like that. My children weren't born out of this beautiful loving relationship. That's not how it worked.
yeah.
But
That's not what.
I'm not going to go out there and tell my children they're products of fucking sexual abuse and some kind of twisted, weird shit that happened when I was a teenager,
Yeah,
Because I love my children. I love them more than anything. And, I would not change having them for the life of me. They're my
right.
lifeline. Why would I want them to have a legacy of being a product of sexual abuse because I chose to keep them, you know?
Yeah,
He's dead. They have another father. Their father raised them like that. They were his children. They knew no other father. That is their father, even though it's not biologically their father.
well then,
He was a
well
sperm
then.
donor.
I was just gonna say that he's not the father; he's just a sperm donor.
He was. And a violent one
Yeah,
that manipulated me for a long time and my family.
that's one thing that sexual abusers are really good at is that manipulation.
He was a narcissist. Now that I'm older and I understand what the situation was, but like you're talking about a 14-year-old girl, that was never introduced to any kind of violence. My parents weren't physically violent. They weren't drunks. They weren't drug addicts. I didn't have a bunch of weird people around. I had no uncle that touched my panties. I mean, there was nothing like that in my life until I met this person.
Right.
I had no fucking idea what it was. I had no idea what I was walking into. I was a stupid kid who wanted to wear fucking Guess jeans and fucking hang out with the cool kids. I mean, that's basically what the fuck I was all about.
You're right.
I didn't know any of this shit, you know? I
See,
didn't
in
know
my
anything about any of that. Nowadays, it'd be a different story. I'm not as easily manipulated into such things.
yeah.
But you gotta live through that shit.
See, my abuser was my dad's best friend and cousin, and my dad, mom, they had no clue what was going on. My dad was a bit of an alcoholic when I was younger, but I don't. People are like, "Well, do you ever blame your parents?" And I have never, for a minute, blamed my parents for what happened to me because they're not the ones that did it. Could they have done shit differently? Yeah, they could have if they would have known about it, but they had no clue. And like, one thing for sure is I know what none of the presidential candidates are talking about in this country, and that's ways to fix this major problem of pedophilia. So, like,
Well,
Education,
My
education,
parents
education.
knew. They just didn't believe me. My mom knew for sure. My dad just didn't believe me. He just didn't
Wow.
believe me. It was such a fucking bizarre situation that it was like too fucking. It was almost like too unreal to believe. So it was easier for him to just wash it off because he loved my mom. But yeah, it was a bad situation for me, and I ended up stuck in it because I was a minor with my parents for like 3 years until I left my own house. But this was after my second pregnancy,
Right.
like so. And you scream and you scream at the top of your lungs. And when people don't live that kind of lifestyle and they don't understand what
Yep.
narcissism is or sexual abuse because they've never experienced that themselves, they don't know how to react to that. That is a very dramatic, scary situation, you
Indeed, it
know?
is. Indeed, it is. Like,
And I was used quite a bit. My mentality back then, it was I was an overachiever, okay? So I was the good girl in school. I was in student council. I was in soccer. I was a straight A student. I did peer counseling, okay? So the mentality that was used over me was like I was a slut. I was a slut for allowing this shit to happen. You know what I mean? And it became really detrimental to my psyche. I
mm,
tolerated a lot of stuff and I tried to like make it something that was more of like a mutual thing because I couldn't control what was happening, and I was just being fucking abused, and my sister was being threatened, and he lived in our house and nobody was listening to me, and it just became a weird fucking fucked up mental situation. I literally had to escape my house, and it wasn't because my parents were fucked up. I mean, they were to not understand this situation, but like, and I never got any like counseling or anything after that. I was just treated like somebody that moved out and became an adult. We never went into family counseling or got any kind of, you
yeah.
know, work for that. No, my parents just swept shit under the rug, you know?
See, and my parents, they had no clue, and I didn't tell my parents until turned 16. And to this day, I wish I would have never told them. I really wish I would have never told them. Now, I'm not telling people not to tell your parents. That's not what I'm saying. Me myself, my mom was a victim of sexual abuse. She was sexually abused by her by her grandpa and by a brother-in-law of hers, and they carried around this guilt for the longest time
Right?
about what happened to me, and I can't stress it enough to my parents. Like, you're not the one that molested me. You're not the one that snuck behind your guys' back, and you know, like, and parents will like if my kids came to me and told me that they were sexually abused, I'd feel guilty as fuck, especially with what I do. Like
The
I've wrote
thing
letters, like I've wrote
is
letters to congressmen and senators and all kinds of
when
shit,
it
man.
when it came to me personally, my parents weren't survivors of anything like that. Neither one of them were abused in that kind of situation. So I don't really think they processed anything correctly. It
Yeah,
just my dad, they had just bought a new house when they moved out there, and my dad was working double shifts and he was a truck driver. He was union, but he was a truck driver, and he spent long times away from home. And my mom revoked her foster care license to try to make more money for the family. So because this was not just a home that they bought. My dad bought a piece of property and commercial property area that had a house on it. It was their investment into their future. It was their retirement. They had planned on selling it for a huge profit and moving.
yeah,
So they were just, they took on these extra jobs, and I don't think they ever saw what was coming. I mean, they knew this foster kid had difficulties, but he came from good stock, and I don't think they ever believed what was going on. And when I would tell them, it was always like, oh, Shannon, like my mom, oh, Shannon, he has problems. I mean,
yeah,
we're working on it. Just make sure your door's locked. And all kinds of weird shit, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And meantime, she's also having I mean, she's having an affair with this guy. So it's it was a weird thing, man. It was a
That's an
total
extremely fucked up situation that no
it,
one should
it was
ever
a
have to deal with.
total bizarre thing, and something that my parents, that were just like middle class regular ass people, it was too weird for them to even like fucking process. They just swept it under the carpet and act like everything was cool. It's all cool, you know?
Right, right. See, and my parents weren't like that. Like I said, my dad was an alcoholic, and one day,
Hi, Desert Duster.
one day he just decided to quit drinking. And my mom, she was pretty young for, I mean,
Yeah,
she was 17 years old when she had my oldest sister, and she was barely 19 when she had me, and like it's just, you know, times are different. More parents back then were more like, even when their kids did come forward about the stuff, they're more like, well, we'll handle it within the family, and nothing was
right,
ever done,
right.
and and one of the things one of the things I can't stress enough is awareness,
Desert.
like getting other people's stories out there about their abuse. And I would like to ask both of you if you guys would like to do an interview on my channel with me some point in time. You don't have to get into any detail, whatever you want to talk about. Just the more people, the more faces of this crime that's out there, the more realistic it will become to people who
Yep.
normally wouldn't have anything to do with it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there that don't have kids, that don't care. You know what I mean? And I find that that's a hard one for me to swallow, because even if you don't have kids, who don't care about kids? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, just the more awareness that you get is always better. It helps people understand.
Yep.
99% of why I do this shit on the internet is so I can have a better understanding of the world around me, so that I make wise decisions moving forward, not just for myself, but for everybody who loves me and everybody I love, you know?
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
and for them perfect strangers that I've never met before. Like
right,
I've had people come to me and tell me, hey, you know, you just hearing you tell your story, or me listening to somebody else tell their story on your channel, has given me the courage to come forward and talk to my parents about it for the first time. And actually, I've had a couple of kids that, like, before I even started doing YouTube, I was talking with some friends, and um, this one buddy of mine, he's like, I don't know what's going on with my son, and he's like, his attitude's been real shitty lately, and he don't care about anything. And I was like, well, who do you let him hang around with? And his son was actually at my house, and about 10 minutes into this conversation with his dad, there was a knock on my bedroom door, and it was his kid. And
hey
he's like,
Danny, happy Wednesday.
Dad, I need to talk to you. And his dad went out in my front room and sat down with his kid, and came back in about 5 minutes later, and he was bawling. And his kid looked like he had just had the weight of the world lifted off of his shoulders, because he told his dad that his brother was molesting him. Not his uncle was molesting him, so his dad's brother was molesting him. Like,
Right.
so just hearing through a wall, this kid put an end to his abuse. And that's what it's about to me. One child is one too many. I don't know how. We just got to do something. And before we know it, if we don't, like, it's becoming such a problem that they're trying to normalize this behavior, and it's not okay. And if we don't do something about it now, it's gonna become normalized for a lot of people, and it's not okay. Like,
Well, I'm afraid it's been normalized for far too long to begin with. I mean, look at all the stuff that's coming out in Hollywood. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I
yeah,
mean, we've always heard rumors of this our entire lives, but now, like, there's some real shit coming out, like, for reals, like, molding these young boys and girls early on and making them like their sex slaves. And, all for fame and fortune. It's like Sodom and Gomorrah all over again. You know what I mean? It's I'm
Yep.
waiting for it to be sunken into the ground, into the pits of hell. And
Yep.
they've been. I mean, there was a king that castrated a boy that looked like his wife who died and made him his wife. I mean, all throughout time, sexuality has been a weapon that's used against innocent, and that's a terrible way to go about things.
Yes.
We're supposed to be creating a more civilized society where people feel safe and able to
Yes.
grow and become, you know, fully capable people. And I don't see that coming to a halt. You're right. I see it increasing. I see the cycles being repeated. I see a complacency, or a badge of honor these days, where more people that have been sexually abused or molested than you do that have not. And that's a scary notion when you think about it.
Here I'll emphasize that scary notion for everybody. 81%, 81% of the United States population has been sexually assaulted or abused at one point in time in their life. 80 fucking 1%, whether it was penetration or just or groping or full on rape. 81%. That number is set to be even higher in the next 2 years. Um, the statistics out there say one in 10 girls are sexually abused, and 1 in 15 boys, 15 to 20 boys, are sexually abused. Those numbers are way off, because you guys got to remember that these statistics are only on those people that have reported this happening.
Or I would imagine it's also on a spectrum as well. Anything from being verbally assaulted sexually to sexually penetrated and or touched. I mean,
Yes, yes,
so, like, if you talk about any woman or man that has been verbally sexually assaulted, like, hey, what's going on? I like that ass or whatever, then we're talking even more people. I
yes,
mean,
yes, yes,
it's
and,
all on a
and
spectrum.
yes, and the reality of it is we're rapidly approaching 1 million registered sex offenders on the National Sex Offender Registry, and the numbers it's wrong. Like, you got to remember that the only people that are on the National Sex Offender Registry are those people who have been told on, taken to court, convicted, and went to prison, and have been released. That's not counting anybody that's in prison that hasn't been released yet. That's not counting anybody who will not be reported. That's there's It's 10 times higher than that. There should be 10 million registered sex offenders on the National Sex Offender Registry. Rock
Well,
bottom.
let's talk about first offenders. A lot of times they just get a slap on the wrist, and they can expunge their record if they don't get in trouble for like
Yes.
3 years. And then
Yes.
they come back later and they have 9,000 bodies in their basement, or
Yes. Yep.
whatever else.
Yep.
I mean, people also adapt. They get smarter if they get caught, and they stop doing the same things that they were doing. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can account for. I think sexual abuse is a recurring theme through most people's life. I don't think there's not one family or person that that has somebody, a family or a friend member, that wasn't at one point sexually assaulted in some
I,
way, shape, or form.
yeah, I guarantee you it's just like that. And like, people don't realize, like, there is somebody that you talk to every single day probably, that is a pedophile. The reality of it, it's and they're not this image of who these parasites, because that's what I call them on my channel, is parasites. This image of these parasites that people have are these older men with scraggly hair, looking all creepy. And no, it's not like that. They're judges, they're prosecuting attorneys, they're fucking police officers, they're teachers, they're bishops, they're preachers, they're your moms, your dads, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, your nieces, your aunts, your nephews. Somebody who is sexually abusing a child, whether you know it or not. Somebody who does. Period.
I agree with you. My daughter, is going through a divorce right now because she caught her husband, you know, paying for TikTok dances from a 13-year-old girl from China. Do you think I would have ever suspected this man of this?
Fuck
No.
no,
He
absolutely
sat
not.
at my table year after year after year.
Carve that turkey for you on Thanksgiving, even.
Yes, I would have never suspected such things. People say, well, he never touched her or whatever else. But to me, that's pedophilia. If you are a 30-year-old man and you are paying some girl on TikTok to do dances for you that's 13 years old, portraying yourself as a 17-year-old boy, then you are a pedophile. You are a
Yes,
groomer. You are somebody that is into babies.
you're
And
you're
that's
one
weird to me.
you're one step away from being a physical pedophile.
Right. I don't really even care if you touch them or not.
No,
The fact that you sexually lust over somebody that's a child is disgusting to me.
yeah. See, and like my abuser, he showed interest in me at a very young age, and I don't mean to sound crude, but the day he stuck his hand in my pants and he felt stubblies around my groin area, felt pubic hair, he lost interest in me. He was no longer sexually attracted to me because he is a true pedophile. Like
Right.
that's like, you know what I mean? So he's into the prepubescent, and 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 majorly I felt the same way about you, like not about you, but I felt the same way as you did. You just got done saying that you felt guilty for everybody else that this perpetrator has went and sexually abused. I felt that same way for the longest time because my abuser, I never got to press charges on him. um I'll never be able to press charges on him, and he never quit doing what he was doing, and he's been a registered sex offender since 1984.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like the realistic point about it all is if you don't want your children to become a victim of being a sexually abused victim, you need to not let them go anywhere. You need to not, like, you can't do a background check and find out if somebody's a pedophile if they're not on record.
That's right. But you also can't make a child feel as
Exactly.
if though they're the ones that somehow have initiated this in some way, shape, or
Yes.
form. You know
You
what
got,
I mean?
yes. See, like, one of the questions I get asked a lot is get to know when's a good time to talk to your kid about this topic. And for the longest time, I never really gave a specific answer until about 6 7 months ago. And it's simple: as soon as you no longer have to change your child's diaper and wipe their ass for them, that's when you let your child know about what's about this shit. That's what my wife and I did with our son and our daughter. And from the age of basically 2.5 years old, we would talk to them about this. And I still talk to them. My son's 18 years old, and I had a conversation about this with him the other day to make sure to ask him, and were you you know what I mean, like, you're older now, and whatever, and they haven't been, and I'm so thankful for that. But as soon as we thought that our kids could understand the words that were coming out of our mouths, that's when we started talking to our kids about it.
Yeah, my parents were very open about that. They were always like, your privates are your privates. Nobody should be touching your privates, but you. And if anybody ever does that, you tell us. But for me, like my sexual assault was weird because I wasn't as sexually assaulted by an adult. I was sexually assaulted by another teenager. So
Right.
here you have two children, that are doing one story after another. He's coming up with some lying bullshit. I'm coming up with the truth. It's all colliding, and people should just know that anything that makes you feel uncomfortable sexually, you should be able to get away from it. If you cannot get away from it, it's sexual abuse. Okay, nobody should be grabbing you or making you do things that you don't want to do or you're uncomfortable with.
Right. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I was going to mention this a little bit ago. We were talking about how like a lot of first time not convict, but getting caught for the first time for this crime, they get slaps on the hands and they get these plea bargains and
They
like,
do.
and here's an example. Here's an example that I personally witnessed in my life of
1244.
how fucked up the court systems are, the judicial systems are in the United States. My brother-in-law 6 years ago got arrested for drug trafficking. Um, Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning drug trafficking. You shouldn't do it. It's illegal. It's not okay. But he got sentenced to 36 years fixed in federal prison. And when you get sentenced to federal time, there's no early release date. There's no parole. There's no early parole. If you get sentenced to 36 years, you're doing 36 years in prison. Well, the parasite that got caught and was convicted for his crime, right before him, he was sentenced to, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. He was in court his fifth go around for the same crime, which was production, distribution, and receiving child pornography. And you know how much time they gave him?
4 years.
Ooh, you're the closest one so far.
5 years. Yeah. But here we go again. Now we're gonna have to talk about a whole different set of worms because I believe the drug laws in the United States is fucking bullshit. And
Yeah, me too. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like my brother-in-law should not be spending the next 30 years now of his life in prison for bringing drugs into adults and giving adults drugs. It's just, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that I condone it. I mean, I smoke pot. It's not legal in my state, and I have done other drugs in my life, and I've been in recovery for quite some time with that shit. But like when you want to put it on a scale and weigh it between drug dealing and pedophiles,
hi, Uvi.
why are drug dealers going to prison for
Hi, Nicole.
300 times longer than a pedophile? It's just it's bass
Well,
backwards.
it's politics,
Yep.
obviously. I mean, we can't forget the war on drugs, and not can we can also not set aside the fact that it's a part of capitalism, drug dealing, that the government isn't a part of. They don't regulate it, so it's against the law. That to them, it's money. It's cutting into their pockets.
Yep.
You fucking abusing some kid doesn't cut into their pockets. Okay, it just
Yep.
it's just somebody else they have to house. But I don't think they should have privatized the prison system either because now we're encouraging everybody to be imprisoned for everything. And no offense, but drug dealing is not a violent crime. You're not killing people, you're just giving them drugs, okay? So, I mean, it's a choice if you decide to buy drugs or not, okay? But like, assaulting somebody, fucking a little kid, things like that, those are violent crimes. Those are people that need to be locked up out of society. These other people need fucking rehab and good jobs. And how are they supposed to get good jobs if they're locked up for 36 years for a fucking criminal
Yeah.
offense of selling pot at the corner of G Street and fucking Martin Luther King? Okay?
Right.
How do we expect them to get out of these fucking prisons uh, just because they were locked up long enough to get dry and they get out of these places and have decent jobs and live decent lives? They're going to go back to selling drugs again because that's the only way they can make fucking money. It's a endless circle of shit. Now, when it comes to pedophilia, no, okay, no, like those people are a danger to society. Okay, they fuck people up. They're violent, murder, rape, kill. These are all things that should be locked up in a prison. Everything else should be rehabilitated, put back out there. That shouldn't. I mean, we're in prison. The United States has more people in prison than any fucking country in the world. What does that tell you? But yet we can't keep the people that hurt people off the streets. We're worried about fucking somebody selling our kids fucking marijuana on fucking G Street. Get out of
Yep.
here with all that
And
shit.
and and 80% of our prison population are there for drug convictions.
It is.
Go
I
figure.
say fucking control it, fucking tax it, provide more rehabilitation centers, and get the fuck on, for crying out loud.
I
Lock
agree.
up these assholes that beat people up and fucking rape people and
Yep.
murder people.
Yep. Now
I don't give
see.
a shit.
Now see. Some of the things I'm pushing for and I'm trying to get done. Um, One of the first things that happens when a case gets a person actually comes forward and tells somebody about their abuse, and then they tell a cop, and then the cops tell detectives go and do it and get a warrant and arrest this person, and this person goes to court. First thing that happens when they go into that court is that prosecuting attorney is going up to that defense attorney and offering a plea bargain. Well, if you plead guilty to this charge and this charge, we're going to drop these 280 other charges against you, and you don't have to register as a sex offender. And so, one thing, no plea bargains for sex crimes. Period. No plea bargains for sex crimes. Um, Somebody made a
I
comment in here.
agree.
Somebody made a comment in here. Well, he was going to be a snitch. Well, snitch or not, it still don't warrant 5 years. But there's definitely no snitch clause for what I want to get done. Life sentences, if not the death penalty for crimes, like people who get caught with CSAM or child sexual explicit material. Um, I believe 1 year per image is sufficient, because you got to remember, you got to understand that these parasites are not getting caught with just one or two or three pictures or videos on their devices. They're getting caught with thousands and thousands of them. I did a story on a
Hey,
parasite.
Hoobs.
I did a story on a parasite like 7 months ago on my channel. Um, he was 70 years old. He lived in Florida. When they raided his home, they he had so much CSAM that they had to weigh it on a car scale. And this we're talking about images that it gets even worse than that, sweetie. Like he he printed them off himself, off of his own home computers, and it came out over almost 2 tons of paper that he printed out. They counted it, and it was over 250,000 images of children, and most of them were prepubescent into toddler age. You want to know what he got sentenced to? Yes, I know he was 70 years old, but he should have been sentenced to 250,000 years in prison. He got 7 years. So where's the justice in that? Like, even though he didn't personally get convicted for 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 physically abusing a child, every single image he had abused that child that much further, whether that child will ever know about it or
Yeah,
not.
because that's a
Like,
no-no. I
it,
mean,
it's
Right.
yeah,
that's
yeah,
how it is. That
Right.
is a no-no. Yeah.
it's just fucked up, and our society cares more about locking up drug addicts and drug dealers than they do locking up people who hurt
Sexual
children.
deviance. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah,
Well, listen, I'd rather have some guy sell my kid pot at the school ground than fucking touch its fucking goddamn private parts. That's all I
100%.
got to say.
I'd give my kids marijuana before, you know what I mean? Like, here
I
you go,
know.
you know what I mean? And like, for real, like, no child
Actually, back in
deserves
our day,
to go
what
through.
was it? If you stay home and drink and your friends don't leave, then you do it that way.
Right?
So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's like I'd rather you be where I know where you're at. I know what you have, because at
I know
least
what
yeah.
you're doing. I
alcohol,
know you're not
you have a nice
driving. I know
company
you're
that
not
has
in public. Yeah.
testing and regulations, and pot still. You never know. Some dumbass
Yep,
could put something in it somewhere.
yep.
You never know. But
Well, I would never give my children any kind of drugs or alcohol before they were of age to begin with. I wouldn't give it to them to begin with, but I'm sure the fucking hell would rather have some homie walk up to them on the fucking corner and say, "Hey man, you want to buy a dime bag?" than fucking, "Hey dude, can I feel your pussy?" I mean,
Right.
yeah, but both. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
I mean, we got to prioritize in this fucking country what the fuck is really a problem or not. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
See, See, and that's something I stress about, like on my channel in itself. Um, I fully believe that that Nancy Reagan declared a war on the wrong thing. Instead of declaring a war on drugs, they should have declared a war on pedophilia, and maybe it wouldn't be so bad nowadays.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not going to disagree with you there.
you know what I mean? Like, like it's just. I started this journey and doing this because I know what it's like to go through that as a child, and I know that this is a war that'll never be won because as long as human beings exist, so will pedophilia. Unfortunately, because human beings are disgusting fucking people, and but we can definitely take that number of victims and future victims from hundreds and hundreds of thousands and millions of them to a couple thousand at least. You know what I mean?
Well, listen. I mean, what is the strength that we have a society and banding all together? It is beyond the laws. Okay,
Yes,
we
absolutely.
shun we shun a behavior based upon a civilized notion, and we make sure that it is something that we don't tolerate. And it really doesn't matter who gets fucking arrested or not for it, because you will be treated like a pariah. And we have this innate ability as people to want to fit in. Okay, we all want to fit in. We all want to have friends. We all want to have partners. We all want to have love. And if you're treated like a pariah because you're touching little babies, then nobody's going to fuck with you. I mean, that's the way horses and stuff correct their little kids and shit. The herd goes in and they start fucking pushing them around and saying, "No, we don't do this here. You
Mhm.
don't
Yeah,
do
that's
this
fucked
here."
up. Yep.
It's
Yeah,
it's
that's a no-no.
behavior. Yeah, it's behavioral correction,
Yeah.
because you're right. It's a never ending battle. As long as people exist, there's always going to be some sick fuck somewhere, right?
Yep. Yep.
So, the best we can do as a society, as civilians, is to completely shun that behavior, to not allow them into public places where there's children or anything innocent to be around. And it is to treat them like pariahs. I would rather a pedophilia never get hired to get into a school janitor than I would some guy who smoked pot. You know what I mean?
They're just
Who
chill,
gives a shit?
you know.
Yeah.
Yep. For real.
All he does is listen to heavy metal and
Has
jerk off
friends
to
his own age,
Pornhub.
and that's what he does on the
Yes.
weekends. Cool, you know.
Right? I
Yeah.
do think if
Let
you've
him
ever
rock
been
on.
caught for any kind of pedophilia or sexual assault, that should stay on your record for fucking ever. I don't care when
Exactly.
the fuck it is.
That's
No,
another thing that I'm trying to work on and get taken care of.
I
Like
don't disagree with that.
I will forever be a victim of sexual abuse. Not even God Himself can step in and take that away from me.
Bye, desert. That's
So
right.
why do these pedophiles get to stay on the registry for 5 years, 10 years in life? Like you sexually abuse a person, you are a sexual abuser for the rest of your life. You can't undo if you can't undo it. That's what you are for the rest of your life. So it should be that way. A lot of people don't realize that there's no department after a person gets released off of probation or parole. A pedophile gets released off probation or parole. Do you guys realize that there's nobody there to check up on them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There's no most people don't know that. Like there's no department to see over them. Like they're not most of them are not supposed to be on the internet. Most of them are not supposed to have social media. Most of them are not supposed to live within a certain amount of distance from the fucking schools, and they do it. They because there's nobody holding them responsible. My abuser and my wife's abuser were both non-conforming. What is it? Non-compliant. At the same time, they were from the same city. I called their police department and said, "Hey, this motherfucker and this motherfucker are both non-compliant. They
is
were
in
both
your
non-compliant.
neighborhood.
My wife's abuser was non-compliant for like 9 months. My abuser was non-compliant for like 6 months. And I'm like, I got their addresses. Here they are. Let's go arrest these motherfuckers. And he laughed at me. He's like,
Yeah.
you think we got time for that?
Shit.
What
Oh
do you
my
mean? I'm
God.
standing there smoking a
There's apps on your phone. All they have to do is like type in a name and let it be on an app. It's done. They don't
Shit.
have to put
Well,
any details.
I'm not even worried about those guys as much as like the Mary Latinos that, I
Yep.
mean, they're women pedophiles. They're in
Yep.
schools. I mean, what they got
We had
married and
one
they had
here.
several kids with each other, but to me that woman was a pedophile. What does a 30-year-old woman have to do with a 12-year-old boy? That is
That's what
disgusting.
happened here. Same type
Yep.
shit.
Now,
You know,
now,
this was a teacher. This is somebody you entrusted your child to all day to
Yep.
educate them. They were a pillar of the community. They went to church. They had a husband. They had their own children. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Those low key fucking pedophiles. That woman should have never got out of jail.
no, she shouldn't have.
Ever.
She shouldn't have. And here's I gotta run. I gotta run to the store real quick. My wife's not feeling good, but I'll be back. But I'll leave you guys with this to let this scratch your noodle a
I'll
little
just
bit.
say it's nice to meet you before you go.
You too. I'll be back. I'll come back up on panel and I'll come back up on panel. I just gotta go get her something to drink and whatever. But on average in the United States, 2 teachers a day. Last year it was 1 teacher a day, but 2 teachers a day are being arrested and locked up and convicted for sexually abusing a student.
Like across the U.S.
Yep. On average, 2 teachers a day. That's a lot. That's a fucking lot.
It is a
That's-
lot.
You know what I mean? And like my biggest stance on this is if we started executing people for doing this, it would be a big deterrent for a lot of people to not do it. A lot of people would just conscientiously make that. If you know you're going to lose your life for committing a crime, like if they here in Idaho, if they said we're going to execute you if you get caught with weed, I would never touch a blunt again in my life.
That's what's wrong with people. Why can't they already have it in themselves to say,
Exactly.
this is wrong?
Exactly.
I'm not saying weed's wrong, but saying intruding on someone else's personal space. I'm just that part
Right.
is already wrong to begin with. Don't.
It
go
is.
past that.
It is.
Yeah. Just,
Oh, Kev, how are you, sweet Jude?
and
And
know,
I think people do know it. That's the whole thing. I'm not giving the fucking, hey, I get a fucking Willy Wonka ticket pass just
Yeah.
because you have some kind of mental issue. Okay, we all have this voice in our head that says this is
Yes.
not fucking correct, and we all
There-
make a choice
yes.
if we're going to partake in it or not.
Yes, there's a reason why these motherfuckers tell you, shh, it's our little secret.
Right?
Don't tell nobody. There's no such thing as a good secret. If somebody asks you to keep a secret, it's for a negative reason. That's the reality of a secret. There's no such thing as a good secret. For real. It's because they don't want somebody else to find out what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean?
They know it's wrong.
Birthday party, but that's like off your point. But I was just being a dick.
Well, quit being a dick, damn it.
I hate those. I hate those surprise birthday parties. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Well,
See,
that's
Steven would still say it's a dick
different.
move.
That's different. You know what I mean? But for the most part, there's no such thing as a good secret. So you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially
but
when it comes-
in all
adult is telling
seriousness.
you if adults telling you to keep a secret, chances are it's for a nefarious reason for real. Even if it's like, don't tell anybody that mommy had a drink today, or don't
Yeah.
tell. I mean, it's always like, don't tell daddy that Uncle Mike came over this afternoon. It's never a good reason when an adult's telling a child not to tell somebody
No.
something.
No.
Never. Unless like Hoovy says, like if they're shopping with their mom and they picked up their sibling's Christmas present, like, she don't tell your sister.
Right. That's
I
why I was
got
like,
her."
that's a whole
Yeah.
other
Yeah. But she was just being a dick. She
Yeah.
was just being a dick. So.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna run to the store real quick. I'll be back.
Yeah, go take care of wifey. Happy wifey,
Okay.
happy lifey.
For
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Oh, I do. Trust me. That's why my marriage has lasted for 19 years.
Aw, well, congratulations to you both. That's beautiful.
Thank you. I'll be back. Thanks.
All
Shannon.
right. You're welcome. Hoovy Hooves, what are you up to tonight? I haven't fucking talked to you in a few days. I've been wondering where you've been hanging out, girl.
Actually, I took Friday and Saturday off altogether because Scott had an actual full 3-day weekend, so I wasn't going to be a douchebag and be like, oh, okay, I'm just going to get on the internet since you're home and don't have to go to bed early.
Right?
Yeah, this is like, oh my god,
I took a couple days
midnight
too.
together. Woo,
I wasn't feeling well, and there's all this like weird drama where people are making shit up. So I was just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna cut out for a couple days.
Yeah, I think everybody was getting like the vibration of let's take a break because
It gets weird.
Yeah, I was like, it felt icky.
It does. You're right, Hoovy. It does feel icky, and like the only way you can fucking contribute is to be ickier than the icky, and I don't like that, so I just fucking walk away.
Right.
Shit, I've even been toying of the idea of not streaming anymore at all, and just fucking going to other people's panels and like hitting them up when I feel like it.
Yeah, like, honestly, I was playing games on my phone earlier today and was listening while you guys were streaming, and I was like, I've like not the same thing at all, but just like get tired of shit, and
I
I
do.
and I quit doing that, and then I'm like, why am I still paying for StreamYards when I don't even use it?
Well, I love to stream. It's my wheelhouse. I enjoy the shit out of it. But what I don't enjoy about it is that you become a public persona for everybody to decide what the hell you're supposed to be doing or not, right? So, like, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You could completely not speak about somebody or talk about them all the time to defend yourself. Either way that you run around it, it's always the same thing. But like for me, and a social experiment would be for this is to jam off for a while. Let everybody do their own thing. Let them see what happens when other certain people aren't around. The same thing will happen with different fucking people, but it'll be a different person.
Yeah, like,
You know,
I
they
know you're
everybody
talking.
wants to victimize themselves and villainize other people over here. And the fact of the matter is, they're the ones engaging in it. It's
Yeah,
them. And the only way to escape it is to stop engaging in it and just fucking walk away, you know?
yeah. Like when I quit stream, it wasn't because of that. It was just like I started hanging out with the drinking community, and it was like I really didn't know how to control that kind of panel, and was like, this is too much for me. But no, like you're the shit you're talking about, like, I've been here almost every day for it, so
I know.
I know
And,
what you're
and
talking
and here's
about.
the thing is it gets too personal. It becomes like a personal thing and like
Yeah,
people got these axes to grind and I'm like, dude, wasn't that fucking person like, putting up your pictures and streaming about you and calling you a cunt? And how is it that I end up on your stream list?
yeah,
Somebody fucking told you were a fat loser that never,
yeah, and that's
would
what, like, I don't really talk to anybody. Okay, like coin people aside that have already knew, which
right.
didn't have anything to do with knowing you guys, but like I don't talk to them I just talk to, like, even Cap, and I've known him quite a while.
Right.
Like I've had his number for years, and I probably by now I'd say text him a total of a dozen times the whole time I've had his number. Like I'm just not one of them, unless I'm like, okay, I think something's wrong, or I need to check on you, or with him and the dog and being at the hospital, and I was like, oh, and a couple days had went by, and Lisa had said the other day, like, I just don't like to feel like I'm bothering people. And I kind of waited a couple days, and I was like, okay, now I'm gonna text Cap and be like, hey, you know,
Yeah.
I was like, I heard you got a diabolical dog too. He's like, haha.
Right. And
Yeah,
here's the thing, I don't really exchange numbers with many people because most of the time when I'm talking to people, I'm on stream. So there's no reason for me to have a phone call with them. Okay. We've already caught up. We've sat here all day. We've
yeah,
laughed. Everybody knows what's going on. There is no weird thing about it. And I'm
right.
not a big phone person. I spend all day talking on the internet. So by the time I get off, that's when I have to like wash my hair and eat my food and clean up my house and do my laundry,
Like the
So
real life shit that doesn't get
yeah.
done if you don't do it. Yeah,
Right, when I'm sitting here on stream all day,
right.
So like I don't want anybody to think that they're less of my friend just because I don't talk to them every day on the phone. I don't really talk to anybody on the phone, honestly. There's like one or two people that call me
I mean, if I
and
do, it's brief. Like my friend Hidden, he calls me like every day because he thinks, I don't know, I'm a weirdo, and he's a weirdo. But that's the exception to the rule.
yeah, I know. I
We
have some
just yell
best
"bro" at each other like 20 times and then hang up the phone.
I don't know. I don't know. Like for me, it's difficult because I'm brutally honest and I try to skate around things as much as I can to not hurt anybody's feelings. But like, if something keeps on happening, I'm like a problem solver. I'm like, well, you don't want this to happen, then don't do this or da da da. And people get mad at me. You know what I mean? And
See, I hold that back so much, and I just like sometimes with back in the day with people, I'd be like,
yeah, I have no filter, chill. I'm just
It's
telling you.
like,
I guess
you know,
it's.
like
I guess because
I
I
would totally
respect
dance
brutal
around it.
honesty, and I don't want people to candy coat shit for me. I would rather just fucking hear it to my face than find out later from some fucking douchebag that that's what somebody said. I'd rather people just fucking spill it, man. Just say it, dude. Just say it. Let's get through it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
that way I can determine if you're even worth my time or not to
If,
keep on
if there's
splicing it up with.
a person that can say it like 2 to 5 times because they don't think you're getting it, and then when you're telling them I get it, okay, shut up about it. I'm taking
Right.
care of it.
Right. And
But then
processing.
every day, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna send me back in a freaking mental ward. Like, shut the fuck up, you know?
Right? Well, frankly, for me, who I'm just tired of being yelled at for somebody else's bullshit. That's
Oh,
my whole
everything's
thing.
always your fault.
I know. Everything's always my fault.
I've seen that a lot.
Yeah. And I'm just tired. I'm just tired of being thrown under the bus for other people's crap. I make a strong effort to be a good friend to everybody and to be honest and be there and support people when I can.
And
But
here's the
you know
thing,
what?
it's because it's the people that are trying to use your name for a popularity contest or to get their numbers up on here.
But Hoovy, that's the whole thing that's weird to me. Like, who
That
the
is
fuck
weird.
am
That's not
I?
right.
Like, who am I? I'm nobody. I'm no controller. I don't have thousands of people in my fucking room. Who the hell am I? Nobody. Look,
Well,
nobody's
for
nobody's
somebody that
fucking
doesn't have a
tapping
lot of
that ass.
people already, that's a start for them. It's a jump off point to
Right.
something bit like I don't
But
know
these
huge
people have
names
been
or
on the
anything like
internet
that
for almost as
because
long as I have been.
I don't like impersonal shit like that. So
I don't either. I don't either. Look, I have these music streams to kill the stream sometimes because there's too many people in here and I can't have a one-on-one experience with everybody. I enjoy this time of night. I have very few people in the chat. I can interact with them. I can interact with the panel. I think Cap fell asleep. Are you asleep, Cap? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he fell asleep. But
it was so cute how Murphy fell asleep on him earlier.
I know. But I just don't get it, to be honest with you, Who, because I'm like a fucking giant goddamn nobody. It's not like I'm over here on a yacht fucking drinking skinny girl drinks and
Right,
fucking
and
getting
it's
my tits
not
done,
like
you
I'm
know?
saying the reasoning is right or it makes sense, but I'm just saying I see it. You know?
I don't know, but
You know, like I see that they're doing it and
like I know that I have a purpose here. I don't think it's what people think it is, but I do have a purpose here. But the point is I cannot stifle a fire or with gasoline, okay? The only way I can do it is to smother it and
yeah.
make it go away and ignore it, you know?
Yeah. Not
Not let it affect me, not engage it, not go over there, not retaliate, you know,
right.
just sit over here and do my own thing.
All it does is perpetuate if you do that.
Exactly, Hoov. It just never stops. It never stops. It's
Yeah,
not going to
that
stop anyways, but I don't have to fuel it. You know, I don't have to make it
Exactly.
fucking the whole goddamn universe has got to burn down because of it. I don't even understand that. Hi, Coatsy. My boner is out and I regret nothing.
Let's have Coke in here.
I was wondering where you at. I'm telling you, the new day has started and it didn't come with a coatsy boner. Because
Oh.
you do wear a trench coat. You just walk up to people and say, "Look at my boner. Let's bone it up."
You have watches on the inside too. You're like, ah,
Right?
by the way.
These are my boner watches.
Yeah.
Keep time.
I fold this side in first, and then the watches go across that.
Hey, I love you, Jude. I love you. And everybody's always invited. Well, not everybody. There's some people that I won't let
Just
here anymore.
People that aren't repetitive and suck. They're not.
Right. It's not that. It's just there's certain people that don't deserve anybody's energy, and I'm not going to help them get a fucking spotlight for their weird shit, you know? Yeah. Whatever.
Right. So, coat hanger, if I live stream me giving Frank a bath tomorrow, will you tune in?
with a boner.
No, I don't want the dog to have a boner. That would be creepy.
No, Coat will always have a boner for you. Don't give the dog the bone though.
Yeah,
Okay,
I didn't
Coatsy,
realize
that's weird.
how much, like you said, like don't dox yourself. Like how much I used to do around my house.
Oh, I know.
Like I'd be out like trimming the bushes, and then my friend was like, "Ah, trim the bush on Sunday." Like yeah, that's our thing. Trim the bush on Sunday.
Right.
We would like drug the phone into the bathroom, like yeah, I'm giving the dog a bath because I'm like still trying to talk to them, and it's like, man, this is like, might as well had the headgear on.
Yeah, I know. Trip out. Like for me too. It's like one of the reasons why I don't turn on my camera all the time is
Uh-huh.
because when I'm up here, I'm just being myself and I don't pay attention to what I'm walking around or who I'm walking up to or where there might be like a diploma or a degree or, if I'm standing in front of my house with the house numbers because I'm not a good liar and I'm not good at fucking hiding shit. That's why I don't lie because
I
I'm
even
not a
showed
good,
off my mailbox because I'd put a really pretty like
yeah.
dragon fly on it, and I need to redo it because it's been years ago. And it was like, well, at least the number's not on the box.
Right.
Oh.
But I mean, I'm careless because I'm not really good at like shielding my life. I don't come from a time where you all sat around in fucking secrecy and I mean, like if you knew somebody, you knew where they lived in town and you got on your bike and you rode over there. It was
Yeah,
I
like
don't know. I just come from a different era where like you didn't have to be so fucking protective of everything because not
where I'm
everybody
not.
was a weird stalker online. It's
Yeah, it's
fucking
like
crazy.
like the kids I went to school with, I knew
Hi,
besides
Dixie baby.
the kids that came in. Hi, Dixie. I know I should say that loud, but it's like I knew, or I still know most of their birthdays, their middle
Yeah,
name.
me too. Because their birthday parties our schedules were scheduled around birthday parties, man.
Right.
Amy always had a pool party because her fucking birthday was in August, and you know
Amy
what
was
I mean.
March 26th, and then I dated a guy. His birthday was March 26th. Like I just,
Right?
weird shit like that.
Fuck yeah! I used to live in a little neighborhood where everybody fucking knew everybody,
Yeah,
and
and you knew, and your parents knew who their parents were. They
yeah,
probably went to school with each other, or at least one of them did, or something. Or
we're on a bowling league together, or
right,
we used
softball
to have
team.
block parties back in the day. Those are almost unheard of these days, unless you're in the hood.
They. Oh, I'll tell you what, we've never had one here, but the town over. Hell yeah, they do that. It's not like,
Every summer,
and that
the
was
people,
pre-Facebook. It was
my
like
people,
they did
yeah,
because everybody spoke to each other. Oh, in the face.
dude, back where I lived, where I grew up, the house that I grew up in, that neighborhood was so close. We had an annual 4th of July block party every single fucking year, every
See,
year.
that's cool.
And all of the houses that had pools had their back doors open, and you could go back there and jump in their pool.
You have to have a waiver because you're over there.
No, you didn't have to do any of that shit. It was just like one huge party.
Yeah, like my friend years ago,
Fireworks
we're
and
younger, like
yeah.
7 years ago or so. They want somebody to come over and jump on a trampoline. She's like, give them this and have their mom sign it, and then they can come over.
Shit.
Yeah, and I was just like, that sounds so weird. She goes, I know it feels weird to do it, but
It does. We didn't used to live in a society that was so bound upon lawsuits and
yeah. Well, her neighbor stuck her hand through the fence and the chihuahua bit the neighbor. And she's like, oh my God. Like, the dog bit me. And it's like, well, the dog's this big. Like, the whole body. Like,
yeah, but those are fucking vicious. I'm telling
it's
you.
like the pit bull didn't do it.
My little dog thinks it's a
chihuahua.
bear. It's not a bear. It's a little baby dog, and it thinks it's a bear.
It fit, and it was her fault. And then
now my son's American Bulldog is a 140-pound dog, and he wouldn't hurt a fly, like ever.
Yeah,
my little Chihuahua dog.
Neutered, and I was like, oh, and they
Yeah.
butchered him. Oh, so it was bad. Not dissolvable stitches. Just oh my god, I felt so bad for that poor little baby.
Mm,
I was pissed. I was like, this is fucking barbaric
right.
because they went cheap and quick on it, and you could tell. Um,
My
and
baby came out of the pound without any nuts.
yeah, it wasn't even my dog. I was pissed. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking rage out, and kill somebody. Like, I was
God,
mad.
I love animals so much. Let me tell you, I'm a big animal lover, okay? Even scary animals. I'm kind of down for 'em, I'm telling you. I kind of want to pet a lion and I kind of want to sit on an elephant head, like I'm down. Like I'm
Right.
down. But like when I watch how people treat their pets sometimes, I'm
Hmm.
like, Jesus, Lord Almighty, why do you own pets? They'd be better off running in the wild,
So
okay, than be with you. It's
that's why
ridiculous.
people I noticed on YouTube when I see how their cats or their dogs act around them. I'm like, God, they're a good person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Trust me, my little 11-pound or 14-pound dog bullies me, okay? He is not afraid of me in any way, shape, or form.
And they love the shit out of that because they're like, you're mine.
Yes. He He I am not the pack leader in this house. That's all I got to tell you. I'm mama, and mama is a big pushover, okay?
Yeah.
And I even tried okay, so like I've tried everything, okay? Cuz like he just must feel my spirit. That's all I've got to say. I couldn't hurt this dog even when I'm putting on my mad face and I do my mean thing. I even tried like
I
low
mean it.
barking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try yelling. I try raising my voice to go no, so he understands that I'm doing an inflection that it's not, okay. But I swear to God, that kid looks at me with these big brown eyes
It's
and
like,
like, what are you talking about? Yeah, fuck you.
or they just give you the dumb look, like, nice try.
Look, this kid, I look at him, I say, if you want a treat, you got to go to your room. He walks over and goes into his room, and I close the door. He knows English, but the only word he does not know in the English vocabulary is fucking no. I swear to God, I think he
They
thinks it
act like
means
that. They will act like that.
full on gas. Oh, you said no, that means go harder. Go
Right?
harder. Yeah.
They're
Crazy
always
little
testing
fucker.
them. Always. Oh my God. They are.
But my son's big ass 140-pound American bulldog, okay, is the most mellow. But you could lay fucking 18 children on him and they could be pulling his ears and
Yeah.
pulling up his eyes and he'd just be all, yeah, what else? But
Whatever.
my little dog, because he was raised without a father, he's a fatherless son. He's a pain in the ass. He's cute as shit though. Smart as fuck. Huh. You're a fucking ornery little shit, aren't you? Typical. Must be my kid. Must be my kid. I like the Beatles and dogs. I like the
Like
Beatles and dogs.
snakes and dogs.
All right. Well, Huey, I'm not a big, huge fan of snakes, but I am not that afraid of them either.
Yeah,
I just don't find them a
I had one since
snuggly
like
pet. I don't find them a snuggly pet. I like little furry, warm things that will
well,
nuzzle into my neck and give me kisses, and you just don't get that from a snake.
well back and you're right. Back when Scott was on the road, like home 6 days, gone 8 days, and then I worked full time, you know, you really don't have time to like take care of a dog. So like snake's pretty optimal because you're like, yeah, I feed you once a week.
Right.
And then somebody told me you don't even have to do that. And I was like, yeah, you're right, because I was like homing a rat, because the snake got big enough that we got up to rats. It was like the terrarium that the snake outgrew, and then I had him in the big,
Well, yeah, and see, that's the other problem for me. I don't want a pet that I gotta feed live feed to.
yeah. And they told me they
That's a
were
little
feeding it live, they
disturbing.
weren't giving it frozen, and so I stuck with that, and that was a pain in the ass. So
Well,
I
and a lot of snakes won't eat frozen. It has to be really live. I mean, it has to. inspire their instincts. They're snakes. They're animals. They're meant to live in the wild and catch prey.
They got the heat seekers,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a different thing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all the survival, the
Yeah.
circle of life shit. I don't personally want to feed mice or rats to snakes.
Yeah.
And if it happens in real life and wild, then okay, that's circle of life shit. It's Animal Planet. But like I personally don't want to grab a little or breed mice, little baby mice, and then just throw. I don't know. I don't want to do that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't even like
I mean,
doing it. I hate bugs, and I didn't even like feeding crickets to my lizards. Okay, I just don't want to do any live feedings.
Oh, that reminds me. I used to know this girl on YouTube. Her tarantula arc or something like that. But she had lizards, and I think she had a tarantula or two. I can't remember if she had snakes or anything, but yeah, she had all sorts of reptiles and the arachnids and whatnot. But I think she was out in Arizona or something. But yeah, she kept track of a lot of stuff. And it was in their apartment, and I couldn't believe that. And all her stuff was like organized, good. Everybody was cool. All there's, I say cages,
Right.
but they're
Their
terrariums.
closures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
were neat and tidy and cute, and she had cats. It was like, man, it's like, you got a lot to do. She's like, oh,
Right? You keep busy in
was
here,
like
girl.
23 or something at the time, which granted, it's been like,
Oh my God. But could you
6 years
imagine
ago.
if there was an earthquake or something and all those terrariums fell over and all this shit started coming out of them and you're like stuck in there in a closet and they're all over the fucking place? Oh my God, that's my worst motherfucking nightmare, I'm telling you.
You reminded me of the one time I didn't, like the locks that snap down on the aquariums.
Right.
Yeah, so I didn't snap one all the way, and it was probably like 3 a.m. And this is back, oh my God, like 2012 is a long time. Oh God, before that, it's more like 2008. And I heard just a rattle noise, and it woke me up from the other room. And I
Oh my God.
and, the heat lamp was up on top of it, but not on the side that was not secured. And I went in, I was like half asleep, and it was on like a wrought iron base. And I went in there and I didn't even turn the light on, and I just started feeling around. And when I finally put my hand on the snake, I was like, ah! And I'm like, why am I yelling ah? That's what I'm looking for. Like,
right? It was a rattler though? It was a rattlesnake that got out?
I had a boa constrictor. No, wait, I didn't have a boa constrictor. I had a ball python. Yeah.
What's the difference between the boa and the ball python?
I'm gonna say they're head shape.
Okay. Because they look the same to me. I could see where you get that like mixed up. Or like python's bigger than ball or boas. Boas are pretty big, right?
Boas get pretty badass.
Yeah. I mean, they could get.
That's why I say it, because I wanted. Oh, wait. I'm totally off the base now. I wanted what was it, a red or blue Burmese python? I really wanted one of those.
Right.
A friend of mine was like, he took me to somebody else's house that had. I was like, oh, I was like, I want one of these. Yeah. Fast forward 10 years later, and it was like, yeah, I got a ball python for Christmas.
I've never looked at a python and thought, oh, I need me one of those. A trouser snake or two I have, but not a ball python.
Giggity.
Giggity.
Right. Goo. I think the first time I realized I wanted a snake was probably like in grade school. You go to the zoo and they'll lay that big boa constrictor across your legs, like the 8 foot long.
The big fucker.
Yeah, I mean, my buddy Katie, we're holding one in a picture. Like we're like Sally. I can't even say her name. Sally Jesse Raphael glasses.
Oh
like, I had the red ones. My buddy Katie had pink ones, and we're like, yeah, and the short hair. second, third grade. I don't, probably later than that, a little bit later than that.
You
But
did the Sally Jesse Raphael
yeah,
looks. I
nerd the
gotcha.
fuck out. And I was just like, yeah. That's when I knew. I was like, oh, I want a snake as a pet. And so it's
Yeah.
actually weird. You know, you fast forward 20 years after that and you still want one, and you probably still want one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snakies weren't really my thing though. Bunnies, kitties, puppies. I like goatsies. I'm down for little donkeys. Little donkeys are
I want
cute.
a fainting goat so bad, but I'm afraid I'd kill it because I'd want it to like,
Faint all the time.
yeah, it's bad for their heart if you do that too much. So, like the first month I had him, have to be like, I'm not telling anybody, because I'd be like, oh, look at the new goat. I'd be like,
I know.
you know, and make it go.
You're like you'd get a fainting goat that never fainted. It'd just like go dead behind the eyes. You know, damn it, mine's broken. You know?
That suck.
Here I'm cleaning up all these little pellets of shit all over my house, and mine doesn't even faint properly, and I can't return it. I love it now, so it's mine.
No, a goat, that motherfucker'd have to live outside. They tear up too much stuff.
Oh no, you get one of those little mini goatees. They're little mini ones. They're like
pygmy.
the size that, yeah, you get little mini. I am so into the little minis right now. It's like I want a little mini goat, and I want a little mini donkey, and I want, yeah, and I want little mini sheepies, and I want little mini cow. Although their cows aren't that many, they get up to be like 600 pounds, but all the other ones are little tiny. They're little mini winnies. Little babies.
I had no idea.
I want chickens too. I know everybody's like weird. Oh, why you want chickens? I like fucking chickens. I can't tell you why. I just like fucking chickens. Okay, they are dirty.
They're dirty.
They are,
birds.
but their chicks are so fucking cute, man. I watched this one little guy who's got little ducklings and little fucking chicks, and they follow him all over the place, and he names them, and they become these cute little fluff balls into these nasty little dinosaur things. It's adorable.
Right, they are dinosaurs.
Yeah, they are. They're fucking dinosaurs. Roosters, I'm not so great upon, but you have to have one if you want to have babies.
Right, have a viable.
Yes. Apparently, you still need a boy chicken to impregnate a girl chicken. And I don't know. Life's all fucked up that way.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm still.
Apparently, us women still need a man to have a baby.
I'm confused on how birds figure that out, but that's their thing, not my problem.
Yeah, birds have different things, you know. I don't know.
You know, when they're flying in the air and they're trying to do this.
They don't have a vagina like we have a vagina. Their poop chute is where your eggs come out. They're either fertilized or they're not, you know?
Right.
Sometimes you feel like a bird, sometimes you don't. I don't know. Basically, their egg comes out of the same place they shit out of. So, woo! Oh. Yeah, they don't have a uterus. It's not like that. Go check it out. It's quite disturbing.
I'm still trying.
Why do you think like some of the eggs you get fresh from the farm have like shit stuck on them? It's because they come out of the same tube.
Well, I figured that's because they're all like in rows stacked in there.
And poop.
And the poop comes from the
same
upper
place.
deck.
Same place. No, same place. They literally shit out eggs.
You're like, top bunk. I want top bunk.
Right?
Oh, baby dwarf fainting goats. Yes, finally. That took me a minute to find.
Oh my God, they're so fucking cute. Oh my God, the donkeys are cute too. The donkey's ears are bigger than their bodies most of the time. It's like Nestor the donkey. So cute. Oh my God. And little baby sheep ones, they're called baby Dale sheep. They're like fuzzy. They got like all these little rolls of like fuzzy nubby nubs that you can just it's adorable. I'm telling you, I'm gonna raise a mini farm, but I have to get myself a nice strong man that likes to shovel shit and put down hay and build fences. And help me get these fuckers into trailers and shit, because I
Oh,
won't be
fuck
able to
that.
do
You
it.
can put down your own fence. If I can do it, you can do it.
Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm
Okay.
just telling you, I'm not doing that. There's a lot of things I'll do, but I ain't gonna build fences. Unless I utterly had to. Like if the zombies are coming and we're all out there building fences, I'm down, you know,
If they're
but
little goats, you don't have to make one very high. So you
yeah.
could like
I
waylay
just to make
that.
sure I return with enough money to fucking build my fences out, get some good ass contractor out there, fucking make sure he looks good and doesn't wear a shirt while he's out there hammering wood and shit into the dirt.
Good luck.
Get it, baby, get it. Get it.
I mean,
I'll find somebody.
I got a guy. If you would pay for his airplane ticket out there, he would
Hey.
gladly.
Hey, Magic Mike was a carpenter. Okay, he built
He
shit.
would come and be your Coco. You know what I mean? Your cabana
All
boy.
right. I just want to sit from the window and have a nice cup of coffee and watch him build the fence. What's wrong with that?
I call him my son because my husband adopted him on the railroad. But yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Yes. So I got one in the hopper for you.
All right. I'll hook you up.
And
I'll get you them digits and that
yeah,
down low money.
In his 30s, early 30s, I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Well, I like mine a little bit more well seasoned. I prefer, mid 40s to mid 50s. That's really my age bracket. But
anybody with a body that said it. Oh well.
Oh man, I'm in this part of TikTok where there's older gentlemen on there that are in their
manual labor.
50s and 40s, and they got fucking bodies like steel, baby. They're like Greek gods. Lord have mercy. Let me thank your mama.
I'm pretty sure, like, I don't in the manual
Where the hell were you?
I got a phone call.
Oh, you were talking to people on the phone?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you want me to call you now?
Yeah. Do we need a three-way call you? Hi, Kat. How are you? Good evening.
That 21-year-old texted me and was like, I need to hear your voice. So
we did. I'm in the mood.
And then did she say good night, Pop?
Oh, smart. Man. Did you give her a teddy bear and tucker and baby cakes? You say you are my sunshine.
Oh, I was being serious.
My only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. So my mommy used to sing to me before I went night-night. It makes me cry when I sing it slow and sad.
It's nothing like that. She's just a friend.
Oh, yeah, that's what they all say. She's just a friend. I think there's even a fucking song about that by Biz Marquee somewhere. That's right. Hoovie's on that tip.
She's just a friend.
Get it, Hoov.
Oh, baby,
you! You got what I need. But you say she's just a friend. There's a cautionary tale in all that, Cap.
Rex, welcome to the craziness.
Nerd! Where have you been, nerd?
Nerd.
Nerds.
Oh, yeah.
Nerds.
Cap's robbing the cradle and shit. Yeah. So.
All right, you hear that? Cap's getting down with
I was listening.
Getting down with the hey, I could just got my license ready so I could go bar hopping age.
I can drink. I'm 21. Woo, bitches.
She'll be an easy date, Cap. You can just take her to the bar. She's probably never been to one before. She'll be a cheap date. Couple drinks, she'll be out of it.
I love when my mom used to say that. She's like, I can't drink all this wine
Rex
cooler.
I'm jealous that Cap is getting
half
some.
a wine cooler.
Oh yeah, I'm totally jealous, man. I
Oh,
want some little
Rex.
21-year-old chasing me around. Yeah, that sounds like
Coty says
fun.
you're jealous that all the hotties want fucking Cap.
Well, he is a fine piece of man meat. I'm just saying.
I agree. I agree. Good old chunk of man meat over there. Let me tell you, all the guys should be jealous.
Right?
Cap's getting all the bitches. What can I say? They all fucking like from 21 to 81. They all come for Vanilla Thunder. Vanilla Thunder. They all want a little sugar in their coffee. You know.
Wow.
It's not the sugar they want, baby. It's the cream.
Hey, listen. I have always been able to discern a good cream, sir. So you know his famousness for his wonderful stripper body comes from me. I like to remind everybody I'm the one who bought his breasticles. So
And you better
that's
hold
what
this
turned him
for
sexy.
eye
That's
drops.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna work out every day for a year. And on my 50th fucking birthday, I'm gonna go get a set of fucking gigantonormous fucking boobs and install them. I'm gonna be the first fucking Playboy amputee out there, dude. Not really. So don't clip that.
But it's too late. It's too late. Somebody done clipped
I
it.
know. So, what a hypocrite this lady is. Sarcasm falls short on the internet. What can I say?
That's fine.
I want to be like that. Can I
Yeah.
be like that? Somebody, like I said, somebody put the mind of a whore in my head. I want to revenge
I
fuck.
could be like that.
Yeah, let's
I'll
revenge
give
fuck.
anything.
Somebody revenge fuck with me. Encourage me to do bad things and make poor decisions. I need it.
So are you
Let's
doing
get high.
grudge
Let's
fucks
get
or
high.
revenge fuckery? I'm not really
No,
sure.
just revenge sex. Some
Oh,
hedonistic.
grudge fuck. Okay, that's what I
I
call it.
turned your butt
Where I
cheeks
come
pink
from.
and left you broken legged type
It's
of sex.
cornbread and chicken.
Oh man, you crushed my pelvis.
Hello, sweet teen saffron. How are you, my handsome Indian friend? Yeah, I just need a little collateral damage in the, romance part. I don't really want the romance. Let's just hit it from the back and pretend that we're not attached. Whatever.
Hey, dealer's choice.
Unfortunately, that'll never be an option in my life, but it's fun to joke about.
Yep.
Gives them something to talk about.
You're like, if I
Let's
sound
give them
tell you
something to
motherfuckers anyway.
Something to talk about.
Duh.
Yeah, something real for a fucking change. Yeah, give them something real to talk about.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Instead of
I
just
don't
making
I
up
don't
bullshit.
have anything real to talk about. I gotta make up like being a whore, you know.
So,
Oh well.
so did you do like me today? Like you folded some laundry, put a couple dishes in the
I didn't
dishwasher?
even do that shit, man. Somebody else did that today. I didn't even cook. I got up and I took a shower and washed my ass and I put on deodorant and I
did do
fucking
that.
combed my hair. I didn't put on no makeup. I slided on clean clothes. I sat
Ditto.
my ass down, took a phone call, got on stream, fell asleep, had to leave, woke back up, talked to somebody else on the phone.
Yeah.
And I'm streaming again. That is my eventful life, Hoover,
Wow.
every day.
In house, things sound super similar.
Yeah. What I've added to my schedule now is I go to the gym in the middle of the night.
The what of the night?
The gym. No, girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. I work out,
Oh. It seems like the first video we ever took of Johnny Cash when he was a little tiny cricket puppy. And Scott was like, I'm sexy and I know it. Like,
boo, boo,
wiggle,
boo,
wiggle, wiggle,
boo,
wiggle,
boo.
wiggle. Like with his little
Yeah.
hands.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah.
And then the dog went, and bit him. He's like,
Welcome back, sweet Burns.
Best day ever.
Oh, fine. I'm chopped liver now, huh, Burns? You rascal. No Dutch baby pancakes for you in the morning, sir. You're going to have to eat a biscuit and cheese from 7-Eleven as you're getting your coffee and heading right out of my bedroom, sir. Punishment for you.
So there's coffee?
No, he's going to have to get his own. I'll leave him a 20 spot by the side of the bed.
I mean, you got some leftover cookies or
That way he can call himself a Lyft and get himself a 7-Eleven coffee and a McSandwich.
A mixed sandwich.
the dog cookies.
A McBiscuit.
So insulted. Well, at least you're a pretty one, Burns. I'll stick you on the bedpost notch.
Yeah,
But
go
now
on.
I know your true intentions. Never again. Pump and dump. You're over. The
Pump and
stump
dump.
did a pump and dump. Oh God, I wish. I fucking wish right now. I so wish.
Yeah, my mom's in my bedroom listening to you talking about doing a pump and dump.
Huh?
Well, that is
Hi, Mama
horrendously.
Spalding.
Told you.
I'm mortified. I can't speak anymore. Fuck you, Cap.
My mom
I'm
thought
over here
Right.
joking.
You
I'm
shouldn't do
over here
anything you don't want
joking.
put on the front page of the paper in the morning.
Yeah, well, I guess things out of context can sound bad. I'm satire is lost among the masses.
my mom thought it was hilarious. My mom thought it was hilarious.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. It's all your fault, Cap. You talk about your 21-year-old girlfriend over there who can't go to sleep unless she hears your romantic voice on the other end. Oh, Cap, I can't go to bed unless you tell me when to go to bed. Oh, Daddy Cap.
I tried to play that game at the grocery store one day with a friend, and he looked at me like I was a moron. He was like, hold on. Wait a minute.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get myself a nice little fresh-faced boy who just wants to go, I don't know
then
when to
after I
go
felt
to
like-
bed, Shannon. And I was like, you can go to bed when I say. And 15 minutes after you brush your teeth, you may go to bed. Dismissed.
I felt like he was being real bossy, so I just stopped. And I said, am I allowed to move from the spot yet? Like,
What's
like-
the reward? That he picked
Just
you
don't
up
make it
and
weird.
threw
Don't
you
make
over
it
his
weird. And I was
shoulder
like,
and
you know what
took
you
you
did.
to bed? You know, guys, one of the sexiest things I've ever encountered in my life from another guy was a guy wearing his boxers with a tool belt around his waist, hanging my curtains. So all I had was a picture of butt and tools while he was hammering shit into the
boxers.
wall. Yeah, but they were like the boxer briefs, so they were very tight.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, this guy was like, he was built. We'll say built. Okay, we'll just say he was built to last, like a Tonka truck. All right.
That's
And
the
those
ones that
things-
want to wear the boxer briefs. Gotcha.
Yeah, and those skivvies were tight. There was no room. I mean,
You said skivvies. I love it.
it was like midgets struggling to get out of a pillow or something in there when he walked. I was like, holy crap, mole, put that thing away.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about the backside. My bad.
We are. That ass
The
was
possums fighting in the sack.
that was a nice ass, man.
Well, now that you said that, I know who you're talking about.
No, you
You know.
don't. Talk about my husband.
Oh wait, that
Yeah,
person
no.
never built anything. Never mind.
See, I thought you were talking about Dave.
No, my husband had a booty, man.
Oh, I wasn't talking about him.
You all think you know everything about me, but you just do not.
No, you know I only know what I know on here.
Hey, the only thing I know is you said many times that you didn't know you were into asses until you seen Dave's.
All right, you caught me. I was talking about Dave, but you had to make it all public and shit. What the fuck's wrong with you? Haven't you ever played
Making
the
it
no
weird.
talking public in the public restrooms? Jesus,
No.
it's like you've never been in a powder room in your life.
I haven't. Thank you very much.
Well,
That's why I
damn.
always joke gut when we have to go pee at the same time. I'm like,
I thought
okay.
you got mad and left.
I'm like, okay, now we're leaving to go talk about you in the bathroom.
Yes.
And since he's a dude, he's like, oh.
Yeah, no.
Every time I say
No, it's pretty sexy watching him hang curtains for me. Yeah.
it.
I sat there and watched and drank my soda. Like, yeah, over there to the left. That way. And his arm would move up to the left and all those little connecting muscles would bulge out. I was like, this is a good aesthetic. I enjoy this view. And he's hanging curtains. And then he vacuumed the floor. Okay. I was like, you are vacuuming? That is amazing.
Sexy.
Yeah. You know? It was a whole day of chores in his tight little chonies. And it was a good view. Thumbs up. Thumbs up for that one.
4.5
My
out
wife
of 5
would call
stars.
it folding
It's been a long time. I
laundry.
can remember.
Yes, get to know folding laundry. Very nice
Oh,
task. Yeah.
No, I
I'm
just get
also into chopping wood. If you want to go outside and chop wood, don't even need to be naked for that. You just need to go chop it. I don't know why I got to think for chopping wood, but that's a very manly thing to do for me. Apparently, that hits my pheromone nugget in my head. I'm like, ooh, man, shit. Axe
You're like a
wood.
brawny, like paper towel guy now.
Hey, I'm down for a lumberjack, man. I don't mind that. I like maple syrup and plaid shirts.
Stand
I'm
back.
down. Yeah. I don't care. Hey, you want to be a quicker picker upper motherfucker?
wood's
Better
gonna
than
fly.
being a slow fucking piece of dirty dishwater cloth.
Yeah.
I don't mind, man.
My
I
face
don't mind. I don't mind bald guys either. Y'all worried about going bald, motherfucker. Some of you bald guys are fine as fuck. You fine motherfuckers. Why are you fucking worried about having hair on your head? As long as you got it in the right places, it's all good.
Just saying.
Hey, Cat.
But his head was shaved on
Hey,
purpose.
what?
Hey,
Right?
Back
Back in my day, my friends used to shave their head bald when they had hair.
I still do. Yeah.
Oh,
Can you play White and Nerdy for me, my man?
No.
Okay, well, fuck it then.
Correct.
I played that
No.
for you once already.
No, we played part of it, and then Lisa showed back up, and we started watching the last episode.
And what was my words when she showed up?
Huh?
What was my words when she showed up?
Let's watch Game of Thrones, the last episode.
Oh, I said, thank God you showed up because now I don't have to listen to this shit.
It's Weird Al, man. Come on.
Weird Al yank my bitch.
Well, what did you think about their reaction to the first episode of House of the Dragon? I thought it was priceless.
I thought so.
I don't know. Like House of Dragons for me is slower than Game of Thrones. I'm not
Amen.
as into it.
It is, in a way. It is.
it is.
I
But
don't
I've
have
watched-
the same excitement factor. Like from the beginning of Game of Thrones, I was instantly like drawn into it. Okay, and this whole sub storyline that they're doing that predates Game of Thrones is becoming long-winded, and I don't know. I think they could hit it better and be more action filled. I don't know, but I realize they're telling lore, and those are always slower.
Well,
You know?
after we got finished watching the last Game of Thrones, Arya said, "What's west of Westeros?" and sailed off west of Westeros. Now that would be a good series. What Arya finds west of Westeros and murders.
Yeah, because she was
that's what
pretty
she did.
badass for the little.
She's a little assassin. Yep.
Just needs the needle.
Hey, Coates, you want to have a view party with me? Oh. All right, nerd. That one was for you.
Nerd. I don't know. I just like that song.
What are you typing, Rex?
Nothing.
Who's
That
typing?
is
Hoovy? It's Hoovy?
that's
It was
Hoover.
me. I was typing in the chat.
Hoovy's guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty.
But yeah, to
Guilty.
answer your question, Hoover, yeah, I've seen UHF. I thought it was weird as fuck, but I liked it. Where he takes over the TV station.
Yes, the Weird Al Yankovic movie. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was funny that Daniel Radcliffe, it's like, hey, Harry Potter's the young him for a little bit. Like,
Hi,
Hey,
Shannon.
Hi,
Hey.
Banky Banky.
Hi, guys.
I think it did to some extent, Sammy baby. Hi, darling. How are you, sweetheart?
Okay,
Good?
I can't sleep, so I saw you was up.
Oh, don't tell anybody. We're trying to hide from the natives. That's what we're doing over here.
That's cool.
I'm only going to go up when I feel inspired to go up, which I don't know. Lately, I've been weird. I'm a weird person these days. I do weird things. We're gonna get to changing our lifestyle, babies. We're gonna be like different people in all of this. We're gonna
That's right.
embrace the positive and dump all the negative.
So what I'm hearing is you're going to be a person with growth. Oh, darn.
I'm gonna try to, man. I'm gonna try to.
How dare you?
I know.
Hey, Mom, come in here. Shannon wants to talk about pump and dump some more.
Damn
Yes,
you,
Mama
Cap.
Spalding.
Damn you.
It's great in here.
Fine. Fine. See how you are? Yeah.
I mean, she might as
The
well.
the
It's good
weird
you
thing
like
is,
shitty humor
Cozy,
because that's your best friend anyway. So,
the
you
weird
know.
thing about it,
Uh-huh.
Co-hanger, is I'm probably one of the most fucking reserved people you ever met in your fucking life, okay? So the fact that I would even be talking about pump and dumps, the satire is just there in and of itself. Cause like
Yes.
I'm mad as fuck and I'm old as fuck and I don't want to think about the last person that I was with being the last person that I was with. I would love to have somebody else to insert and remove that fucking stain from my head for the rest of my life. You know? Fuck
I
that.
don't know what you're talking about, and that's all I have to say.
All I'm saying is the last
You know,
person that I gave
you know.
myself to, I shouldn't have. I don't want that to be the last person that I ever have sex with. Oh my
Pictures or it
god.
didn't happen. So guess what? It didn't happen.
Mm.
There you go.
It
There's
was just
still
a
I
dream.
just gave you the out.
Done. Goodbye. Goodbye, horses.
So I'm like, I don't know what you're even, referring
That's
to.
what I'm saying, Burns. I need a good memory. Why do you think I don't masturbate, for crying out loud? What's to masturbate to? Fucking the worst fucking experience of my fucking goddamn entire life.
Um,
All right, no. I shouldn't
Somebody
say
used to
that
tell
that
me your
I
celebrity crush.
shouldn't
Just do
say
that.
I shouldn't say the experience was a bad experience, but what followed afterwards was a fucking nightmare.
Right, right.
Yeah. So
But
I'm
on
not
the
I'm
bright
not gonna
side,
I'm not gonna diss the actual like sex or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't want that person to have the last little bit of me before I go. It's not fair.
oh, I'm thinking of a different fart blossom persuasion. Never mind. That didn't happen.
Fart blossoms.
Fart Blossom is. Do you know who
Nothing.
Fart Blossom is, Shannon?
No, who?
Kyle.
What?
Kyle.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kyle is the original fart blossom.
yes.
I've never met Kyle in person.
Yeah, I'm not
and
saying those two, but I was just saying, I said
No.
of the fart blossom persuasion, which means the younger set.
Probably not Burnsy. I don't want to find anybody there.
in
to
this
erase
case that
nothing.
I'm using it.
I just feel bad
You-
that's
But yes,
the
Kyle
last
is the
person I'll be with, probably.
OG fart blossom. And no, they've never met. They've never met.
No,
Yeah.
you've never. But I know that Kyle is Fart Blossom because that's what his grandmother used to call him.
Yes. And that's why he's
Gross.
like, you called me that. And the only person that ever called me that's my grandma. Like, well, there you go, fart blossom.
Oh,
Right.
Lord.
Keep that in mind if you're being rude. Your grandma's watching.
Like I said, Burns, we should just turn into rock stars and just like start a fucking train of faceless fucking good looking people that are horny weirdos and do anything. We'll seek out the nymphomaniacs.
But then they're going to be all young fart blossoms.
Yeah, well, if they're not back the next day, I don't have to listen to them talk. They can just jump rope or chop wood or something.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'll feed them an
Essentially.
omelet and send them on their way. Bye, bitch. Bye.
Feed them an omelet. You're like, I didn't say I was making it, but I'll feed them
Yeah,
one.
I will. I'll make it. I like to cook. Everybody needs a nice bit of protein before they leave after a good night's fucking, you know,
Be like, there's a bowl of fruit in the kitchen.
hedonism. You know,
Yeah, what you
Here.
like. Leave me alone. I'm tired.
I'll just put out an ad in Facebook. One 6 foot tall, at least, throw over me over shoulder type dude.
Ooga booga.
Yeah, no, I don't want
Well,
the
you
cave
said throw
feast.
me over shoulder.
And I just want some guy that's like stronger than me because I'm pretty small, and you know, I don't know. I like guys because they're guys, and
Yeah,
I like being a
good.
woman,
Sounds
and
good.
I don't need to be a big tough hard ass. That's weird to me. I'm a girl, but I don't mind a guy that could pick me up, throw me over his shoulder, smack my butt, and take me to bed. Fuck no, officer and gentleman, me motherfucker. I'm down. Just don't be an
Must
asshole.
have uniform and
Smack
hat.
your ass and say, "Listen, woman."
No, you do that, you're gonna get your nipples ripped off. Just fair warning.
Well, if they're pierced, just look out for bookcases.
But you
Otherwise, you're
can be a
finding out
big
shut
old
up.
chunk of you can be a big old chunk of man beast though. I'll let you be. I don't mind that at all. I don't want soft sweet. Give me some chiseled grit and steel baby cakes. I got all the soft and sweet for both of us combined. Yeah, nothing like a ripped off nipple. You don't have to worry about the goats nursing on you for my mini farm I'm gonna have. Be great.
And there are fainting pygmy goats. They exist.
Well, I would like to remind everybody these is largely my idea of things in my imagination. So there you have it. I really don't live on a mini farm, and nor do I have these beautiful chunks of man beasts throwing me over their shoulders and taking me to bed. So
And feeding the goats and making omelets.
yeah, none of that is really happening. In fact, none of that has ever happened once. Well, I was thrown over somebody's shoulder once and brought to bed, but that was one time, one time only deal.
I've never owned a goat.
I remember that story. You were drunk.
I don't know. Maybe it's Pornhub at I don't know 2:06 in the morning for me. I don't know. I'm just trying to wash that shit right out of my hair. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it so it can get out of the system so like I don't have to entertain it anymore. I don't think I'm alone in these thoughts, my friends. I'm trying to help you dudes out. You trying to find girls? That's what girls like. I know what guys like. I know what boys want. I know what guys like.
I need to
They
promote
like
my friend's
sex.
OnlyFans, and I know you can't do it on YouTube, so I'm like trying to think of a better way to do it.
I don't know. Instagram, TikTok,
I don't know. I don't
Discord.
know the rules on that. I'm like, oh, I don't know. So they were pretty much like, "Hey, do you still know the guys that work on the railroads?" Like, I could just like hit up a crew at a time and like let it spread like wildfire that way. And I was like, "Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I've been
I haven't talked to them in
working
a long time, so I don't know how to introduce it. Like, hey, come check out my friend's OnlyFans."
yeah, Shannon, you ain't lying, girl. I dream about the same thing: a 6 foot man that can throw my fat ass over his shoulder and slap my ass and put me to bed.
Yeah, I'd say 6 plus.
Hey,
To be real with you, my sweet spot is somewhere in between 6'2" and 6'4", I think. You know
I
what I
used to
mean?
say if it ain't 6'3", it ain't for me. But my
Six
husband's
three is good. I had a sexy one at 6'3".
he's 6'1",
6'3" is good. Six
but
two is
that's cool.
good. 6'4" is good.
You should have wiggle room.
6'5" is good. 6'6" is good.
I
Six
have a
seven
friend
is
that
good.
I was just gonna say I have a friend that's 6'7". I can give you his number.
No.
Uh, married
Oh,
time.
the only problem is he's like 22 years old, or 21 or 22.
No. Oh
Let me
no.
get. Does he have an
Oh
English
no no
accent
no
too?
no no.
Tell me he's got an English accent too.
Oh no 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 no
Oh
babies.
no! I'm picking up
No.
what you're dropping. No,
No. No 21-year-olds for me, okay? No. Fuck that. My age bracket is 45 to 55. That's where I'm sticking. That's where I'm at.
That's where you're at.
I'm directly in the middle of both that shit. 45 to 55 cutoffs. And as beautiful as you 30-year-olds are, and as tempting as you may be, go yourself a woman who can bear your children, because I don't want to bear any children anymore.
I think that's Shanny's way of saying "get me pregnant."
No.
Well, that is quite the opposite.
No. You need active listening classes, Cap. That is not what was said.
He was being fuchsia.
I know. Don't be
I think
inviting anybody to come impregnate me.
I
The
think
fuck's
I heard
wrong
her
with
say,
you?
I think I heard her say, "Come give me your seed, you manly beast."
No, I was
That
saying
sounds
how
just
much.
like something Shannon would say. Yeah.
I was up here going, "Who's got the cream pies? Who's got the cream pies?" Yeah, no.
I thought that was a family game you played around the table.
Well, I certainly hope not, unless you live out
He's
there in
got
the
the
Appalachian
face, he's like,
Mountains.
you know.
Was your last name Whitaker? Don't let anybody cream pie your face.
My
Yeah.
dad used to live on that street. I don't know. That's weird. Does that mean anything?
God, I hope not.
Okay,
I really
cool.
hope not. Yeah.
Carry on.
I hope it's purely coincidental.
It was a short street, like a short bus.
Oh, Dixie, I don't know if that profile is really him or not. I really haven't checked because I got to be dead honest with you, sweet girl. I don't really give a flying fuck who it is. I expect all kinds of dumb fuckery and bullshittery and cross streaming and all kinds of other crap every time I log on.
Oh, from earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I was busy doing stuff, so I didn't like check it.
There's so many shit starters out there right now. It could be a million of them. Who cares?
I know you got like 40 people watching you right now.
Who cares? What are they watching?
Us be white and nerdy.
Catch me riding nerdy.
Well, that's an everyday occurrence for me, so I don't know what the big fucking deal is.
Ponka, calm down over there. You're like
Hot
interrupting all the time.
Hakatua! Hakatua!
I say it wrong, like Hatui.
Hatui!
I don't see how that video went viral of a drunk girl going "ha."
Because you're
I
supposed to spit on the knobble, guy.
Yeah.
I think it's hot.
Okay. Little
Yeah,
slop
she-
on the knob.
They asked her what to do a sound that turns a man on, and she goes, "Hawk two, you got to spit on that thing."
Yeah.
I mean, it was funny, but it wasn't like that funny. Like it's a movement.
Yeah, it's become a popular meme, the Hatui meme.
Yeah.
Hatui.
Yeah, it caught some speed.
So,
Kinda
you
like-
know, the implication is that she's spitting on your fucking dick to fucking suck you off, okay?
Yeah, we get it, Shannon.
She's gobbling your fucking nobblins, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's spitting before you're spitting.
She's making sure that it's got a clear pathway into the fucking super slide, you know what I mean?
She just mansplained that shit to us.
Damn, Rex, I gotta catch you up on everything. Shit. What are you gonna do without me?
I don't know. Probably fix fences and herd cows and.
Well, that's fucking boring.
Well, yeah, it is, but it needs to be done.
All right,
Somebody gotta
then.
do it.
So you need something to stimulate your mental frontal lobes once in a while.
I
Now you would have went your whole life not knowing what the Haktua thing was. See,
Fair enough.
you be learning things on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You be learning. Don't forget who be learning you.
Honestly, I wouldn't have known if my husband wouldn't have told me before my coin buddies told me.
Coat hanger proclaims 4-inch clit or he quits.
That's different.
That's, you know, the average man's wiener is 3.5 inches long. So what kind of clit are you looking for there, big guy? Sure, it's a clit.
Hyena. They have that mock penis thing going. I think,
Oh.
man, we've been
Hey,
here
I can
before. Whoa, deja vu.
Coat hanger, I can send you some pictures of dick nipples that are at least 4 inches.
You don't want them. Don't want them, Kofi. Politely decline and walk away, Coatsy. Politely decline and walk away. Do not engage, Coatsy. Do not make eye contact. Just walk away. Don't talk to Andrew anymore. You don't want those. You don't want
Yeah,
them.
just look at the ground, man. Just look at
Yeah.
the ground.
I say,
You don't
I yell
want 'em?
Ceiling. Ceiling, no.
It's not an experience, you know, that you want to partake in.
Speaking of partake, 6 minutes till 4:20 on my frame of time. Yeah.
I remember when I sent you that meme, and you were like, "What in the fuck are those?"
Right, Burns?
That's funny.
I've
I'm glad
never
I didn't see it, but that's
I
funny.
have not seen one that small since the last time Fire got drunk.
Oh, I thought we were talking about big clits still. My bad.
It was miniature. It was
Same difference. Goodness.
But I like
Shut up.
minis. I'm just not so sure I like minis in between thighs. I don't know.
Like mini goats and donkeys.
Shit, even they have bigger fucking lunch meat than what I was being shown on that stream. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
No,
Firefly looked
well,
like it.
I know that every man in here has at least 9 inches because that's what every man always tells me. Oh, I got 9 inches.
Oh, okay.
Baby.
Yeah.
I got 9 full inches for you, baby.
We'll let you in on a
Okay.
secret. A woman wants 9 inches.
Right?
Surprise!
I have a 12-inch clit for you.
You're
baby.
made the way you are for a reason.
Right. Right?
You're normal. That's good.
You don't miss Otto? Aw.
No.
Poor
seriously.
Otto. Why are you guys
Who?
always so mean to poor little Otto
Who?
down there?
Who?
Otto. Fire. Oh,
Who?
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember now. You don't ask me who too many times in a row. It's like it
About
blinks
what?
out my memory. When? When did we do that?
What are you talking about? What?
I don't remember.
Okay. Cool.
It's my Alzheimer's.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Winky, smiley face, fart blossom.
Yes, part blossom.
Aw, you guys.
They're good.
Hey, you guys. Come on now. This is lovey. Let's touch each other's fucking nubbies. You know, I got my nub out. How about you guys?
Oh, nubbykins.
Yeah. Yeah. Fist nub. You know, pow, pow, pow. It's like a
Pew,
power
pew.
quick. I'm gonna work out this fucking amputated leg so much that it's gonna be like Arnold Schwarzenegger right above my knee. You know, everything it's just gonna be like ripped, like totally fucking ripped, and fucking muscles bulging out everywhere. And I'm just gonna cock this motherfucking back. It's got like a rounded off stub. I'm just gonna fucking box people right in the face. They'll never see it coming. Just fucking pull this leg up and be all pow right in the fucking nose, break their nose into fucking all over their face, will be blood spurting out everywhere. Oh, yeah, sorry, leg spasm.
Hey,
Sorry about my
My
neuropathy.
buddy when he took off his leg to fight his buddy, and then
Yeah.
it didn't happen. And I'm like
I'll
yelling
blame-
on the phone at his girlfriend. I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah, I'll blame it on a medical problem, retracting fucking tendons or something. Oh, damn, I'm so sorry. You just got fucking nubbed in the face, biatch.
All I know was Nub needed grapeseed oil.
Why grapeseed oil?
I don't, because of the sleeve and stuff. Like, I guess after you take it off, it was like good moisturizer.
Oh,
I don't know. I liked it. I thought it felt cool. It's like,
Right.
yeah, I'll do it. I'll help you. That's what friends are for. Yeah.
yeah, just punch you right in the face with the nub, Justin.
Well,
Fuck it.
I felt weird because I didn't know what he potentially did with the nub. Like maybe a week before that or something. It's like, girlfriend was here.
I
They did some
I
weird
don't
stuff.
think our nubs are the same kind of nubs.
His was right below the knee. Well, not right below the knee. It was,
Yeah, but what can you do with a nub? I mean, my nubs. I have a skinny ass little leg, okay? Like I got skinny ass little fucking
He could rub
anorexic
the nub
legs.
on the little man in the boat.
Oh.
That kind of thing. That's why I was like, do I really want to put the grapeseed oil on your nub today?
Maybe so.
I'm like, oh.
You gotta realize I'm an innie, not an outie, so I
Right.
don't know.
So
I don't know where
yeah,
those things go.
yours is clean.
Yeah. Yeah. And if it's dirty, I don't want to know why. I gotta tell you.
Right. You must have been really mad at
Hopefully
somebody that
not
week.
in a sexual act, okay? That's I
You
just
know,
went places in my head I never want to go
you cut
again.
like Red off of that 70 shows. I'll put my foot up your ass, you know.
Yes. Stump your ass up, motherfucker.
Exactly. Fuck around and find out, dumbass.
Stump a mud hole in your ass, motherfucker.
That's what he always like, dumbass.
Dumbass. I love that 70s show. Shit, I forgot to ask my daughter to log me into Netflix because there's a new 90s series that I haven't watched yet.
That 90s show, it's kind of cute. I mean, it's not
I
as good
like
as
it.
the
I
70s
liked
show,
it.
but it's cute. It's cute.
I like it. Well, it can't be the 70s shows. Danny's Masterson's fucking locked up for fucking goddamn rape for the rest of his life.
Stupid Fez being a creepo. Not Fez.
Hyde.
Hyde, thank you.
Yeah, Hyde. Total creepo.
Yeah.
He's in jail for a long
That's
time.
disappointing. I was really disappointed when I first heard that.
I don't know. That guy always came across a little creepy to me, to be honest with you. Frankly, all of them did. But I still liked the show.
Right.
Well, yeah, Mila Kunis, when she was on that show, was 14 years old, and they were all like over 18, and there was an interview where fucking Ashton Kutcher said the hottest co-star on that 70s show was Mila Kunis.
Well, yeah, because Donna, they'd always, again, back to a lumberjack, but, you know.
Well, Ashton Kutcher got around, man. Wasn't he married to Demi Moore at one point?
Yeah, obviously Ashton Kutcher is not bound by age rules, okay? Because Demi was like his mother's age, you know what I mean? And Mila Kunis was a teenager, which she lied about her age to get that part.
Yep.
Yeah,
Was she Russian?
They didn't know, the cast didn't know for a while. So there are interviews of them saying that kind of stuff, but then they found out later that she was not quite, because she's from a foreign country, so she was like 16 or something like that instead, and everybody got all creeped out.
I thought it was
14. I think it's just 16 if you look it up. I don't think it was 14.
Yeah, I think she might have been 16 and said she was 18.
Yeah, so she could get the part.
Yeah.
Cause she's like from another country. Like she fucked with her shit.
Yeah, I thought she was Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she is. Like part Russian. Anyway.
Yeah.
She was born in 1998. So she started when she was 15.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah. Cat.
I was close.
No, I thought you said 15.
He said 14. I said 16.
Yeah, so we were like kind of in the middle.
Oh, well, I had it right then.
I think though she was 16 when she actually signed her contract. The kids on there didn't know. They didn't know that she lied. She lied her ass off because she wanted that part so bad.
There's another one on here where it says she was born in 83. So that's not right. Is it?
That's what I'm saying. She had lied originally about her birthday to Hollywood. It was discovered later.
That's funny. The next sentence literally said what you said.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. So I can't really hold Ashton Kutcher to too much fault with that. You know what I mean? If she's running around telling everybody she's 18 and he's like 20, I mean, that's not a big deal, is it? I mean, like you're all in college, whatever. You know, that's not that weird.
Yeah. And here's another one. Says she was 14 and from the Ukraine. I don't know. It's all over the place on here with it, really.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, 14, 15, 16. Acceptable answers. All of it.
Seen a double amputee combat vet when I worked at Fort Sam Houston. He went from a wheelchair to walking on prosthetics within 3 weeks.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I basically was given a prosthetic and walked on it immediately, albeit a little wobbly, but yeah. It's real fast if you're coordinated. Um, I have a prosthetic, but I also use a wheelchair. I use a wheelchair at night after I'm in bed because you can't wear the leg in bed. It like cuts off circulation into your skin and it'll make your stump swell and then you can't get your leg on at all or it gets stuck on your leg, which is even worse. So that's one of the reasons why I don't sit at my computer anymore and I run the stream from my phone so my legs can be elevated. They could be upwards. So I'm not sitting in a stagnant position for so long that the blood settles down in the stump and then I can't get my leg on or off. And then I'm like days in a wheelchair until that shit goes down.
Yeah, my buddy, he actually Shorty, he hid out from us for like a couple of years after he had his car accident, and he hadn't had his leg amputated yet. And then he told me later, he's like, "No, I told him to just cut it off," and it's like it could have been saved. And I was like, "You're fucking kidding me." He's like, "No." I was like, "I want to punch you in the face." I was like, "You just weren't willing to do what you needed to do." Because he was doing drugs and stuff like that, and like more than like obviously like what he was prescribed.
Right.
Like, well, that's your own asshole fault then. And he had some good goddamn doctors, like really good. And they told him they're like, we can save this. And he got so fed up with the whole thing, he was like, "Nope, just cut it off, give me the fake leg, and then I can get up and go do stuff again."
I had 3 corrective surgeries before I could walk on a prosthetic.
I was like, he kind of pissed me off with that. I'm like, it's your decision. But I was like, I think you knew somebody like me would tell you if it's, salvageable, then fucking try that. You're going to have to work at it, but like nobody's going to be around
Well,
to
that was
encourage
probably
you or
the
help
dumbest.
you. And see, that's why I think, like, you did the well right there. Is like he didn't want to hear it,
People, I'm going to be dead honest with you because I've only been missing my leg for about 4 or 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
People have negative reactions to the missing leg. They do. They do. It makes them uncomfortable. It looks funny to them. You come off as somebody who is not healthy physically. People start feeling sorry for you. They stare, because a lot of times I forget that I'm even missing my leg, especially when I'm on a prosthetic, because I wasn't born without a leg, and I've only been missing my leg for a short amount of time. In fact, there's people that know me here that met me with when I had both my legs.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know why anybody would choose to lose their leg. I did not choose to lose my leg. It was a life or death situation. I had to be amputated.
That's
And
what
then I needed 3 corrective surgeries
he
before I
had
could.
the choice. I was like, why the fuck?
That's crazy.
Yeah. But like you're saying, that you forget about it after so
I
much
do.
time went by. Yeah, like we would have his dog with us. If we
Right.
get ready to go to Walmart, I'm like, "What are we gonna do with Kevlar?" And he's like, "He's allowed to go in the store with me." And I'm like, "Oh yeah," I
Right?
just forget because it's like I didn't, at a certain point in time, I didn't think about it.
it's a hard thing to take. It's hard for people to take in. It looks so odd, missing piece of your body, or like I'm not even just missing my like underneath my knee. I'm missing my big toe too. So like it's just a crazy kind of thing to deal with when you've been normal your whole life. Like there's been nothing wrong with you. You had no
Well,
disabilities whatsoever, you
okay,
know?
well, I would never call him normal to begin with, like mentally. So
Well, obviously, if you choose to chop the fucker off, yeah.
like, his personality was enough to
Burns, it
deter
makes
you from that
everybody
anyway.
uncomfortable. They can say it doesn't make them uncomfortable, but it is because, especially here on the internet, I'm epic. Like, you guys don't see that part of my body, you only see my face. So, like,
Yeah.
people get shocked by it. They always think it's going to be okay. And then they see and they're like, well, maybe it's weird. And I'm like, yeah, it's weird. If it's weird to me, it's got to be weird to other people, right?
Some people, or most people, but not all people, and I don't like know statistically who knows anybody that has a friend or family member or anything that's amputee. But like I never had until then.
Like,
But
people don't look
he
at you
made it
like, oh,
normal
you're a
really fast.
monster.
You know what I mean? It was just like, here, look at it. It's like, oh,
Yeah, it's like you can't take it away. Once it's gone, it's gone. Like you notice. I mean, it's like if somebody had a pimple between their eyes, you're gonna notice. It's something different.
yeah. But we were kind of those like in your face buddies with everything. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
Either you accept it or you don't. Fuck off.
Well, I come on here. Jenny asked me to show my fucking stump, and I did.
Uh-huh.
They have it recorded. Look, this picture is from that, I believe. I'm not positive though. I couldn't tell you. I think this is a screenshot from Janny's other channel. He's got like a video about me up there. So, and I think this is the thumbnail for it.
Yeah, like Burnsy's saying about his combat buddy. I have a coin buddy that he was born. He's got a nub. Actually, his channel name is Nubs Finds Treasure. But that dude can search coins faster than half the people I know on YouTube. Like he'll have the roll in one hand and nub him with the other. And we're like, son of a bitch,
Right?
Like, he's good.
Burnsy, one of the things that I love to do is play soccer, okay? Not only did I play in my youth, I coached all my boys' soccer teams, Division 1 soccer teams, and indoor soccer teams, so I loved playing soccer. And no matter how much work I do on any of my legs, I will never be able to play soccer like I used to play soccer. So that's one of the things that bothers me. I won't be able to do that again. I can't run like that again. And even if I got one of those blade running legs,
Like the
or whatever it is,
thing. Yeah.
like I can't. My big feature with my career was that I could kick a soccer ball like a motherfucker from one goal to another.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my little stunning fucking exit or whatever.
Yeah.
I've made goals from my goal line to theirs, but I can't do that anymore. The foot that I kick with is removed. It's gone. It's gone, daddy gone. The love is gone away. So I've had to accept that that's not going to be my form of activities. Your lifestyle changes. I don't even know if I can swim anymore. I don't remember the last time I went swimming. It was when I had 2 legs, when I had a pool, probably in Vegas. And what if I go swimming and I look like some kind of weirdo with just like my leg popped up or something, I mean, it's just going to be an eyesore for everybody to, like, I don't know, talk about.
I don't know. It is one of those things I'm not gonna lie, like you get self-conscious about. It's like you said, if you got a big zit on your back and you get in the pool, everybody's like,
Right.
oh, look at that big zit,
Well, look, I didn't used to be like that for real. Like, I was talking to somebody else tonight, and I'm like, I didn't used to be like this. I didn't think I was hot shit, but I sure the hell didn't fucking feel so bad about my physical appearance. Never in my life has this been an issue. And I don't think it's because I'm getting old, because I never worried about getting old. That's not it. It's something different. It has something to do with, I don't know, being vulnerable enough to show people that I'm naked or something like that. I don't know. It's not vibing for me right now. And I was telling them, I'm like, I gotta get out of this shit. This is not me. This is not who I was. I've allowed somebody and their garbage affect my fucking head. And even if they were coming from a place of truth, that's their truth. There's plenty of other people in this world that see me as what I should be seen as, and not some, I don't know, piece of fucking goddamn physical makeup
Yeah.
that, doesn't fit their particular haughty fucking profile, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why I'm not 50 years old and look like I'm 24. Why I don't have huge tits or a big juicy ass. I can't tell you. That's all genetics, man.
It's funny
But
you say that because, like, Scott and I were watching The Union the other day, and with the Holly Berry in it, and he's like, "Man, she looks good for her age." And I was like, "Well, when you have a team of people for your hair and your body and your makeup and your lighting and make your clothes fit perfectly for a movie," it was like, yeah, I mean, if your body is your job, your business, that's your livelihood. I was like, you're gonna take care of it.
a lot
I
of
was
those
like,
movies too
normal
are
people
touched
don't do
up,
that every
and
day. They're not like, oh, this has to look perfect and perfect and perfect and perfect, you know.
a lot of these actresses have body doubles. A lot of their movies are airbrushed up. It's, you
Yep,
know what I mean?
yep,
You see them
exactly.
in real light and true sunlight. They have wrinkles and they have bags. I was looking at Alicia Silverstone the other day, who is precisely my age. Actually, she's a year younger than me. And she was eating some kind of berry in Europe. And it was, I don't know, a poisonous one. And I'm looking at her and she's in natural sunlight. She's just walking outside in a neighborhood. And she looks every bit as old as me, if not older. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know what people are thinking.
That's why I
I
say
mean,
makeup is an amazing tool.
it can be, but it really doesn't help with wrinkles. Makeup is
No,
a
but I mean,
detriment
look
to
at the.
wrinkles because
I mean,
it
even
cakes in your
prosthetics
wrinkles. It
and
makes them
monster
look more
makeup,
distinct.
like just going to the extreme. But like, you can make somebody not look like themselves.
Oh shit, yeah, man. I watch those transformations or whatever
Yeah,
they do on TikTok where they're like, I don't know, it doesn't even look like the same person afterwards. You're like, holy fuck sticks back,
yeah.
man.
So it's like anything's possible either way,
And
you
some of
know.
those drag queen fucking transformations, holy shit.
I
Like,
know
dude,
I'm
you
like,
look more
one
like
of
a
them
chick than I
motherfuckers need to
do.
come teach me how to do some contouring.
I got news for you, Burnsies. Even chicks that wreck the natural look, they're wearing some kind of fucking makeup.
Right.
It's just natural look. It's not all that heavy eye makeup or dark lipstick or blush or any of that, but they're wearing some kind of BB cream or foundation because actually, in reality, it's better for your skin, to be honest with you. Most women have a skin routine to keep their skin looking good because outside your face burns up, you start getting dark spots, especially somebody as fair as me. I get freckles and moles everywhere, like on my face if I'm out in the sun too long. I have to have some kind of sunscreen on.
That's funny you said that because I started getting more freckles like on my shoulders, and I'm like, where the French toast did these come from? You know.
Yeah, I get them on my shoulders. I get them on my cheeks.
And I've got a BB cream that I wear like in exactly like you said, like I'll stick it under my eyes and just like
Yeah.
around my forehead, like pretty much where I get red, like my chin, upper lip, nose. Yeah, like just
I mean, they have
the T
tinted
zone.
chapstick these days. You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
have
it looks like
peach.
a big fatty chopstick. Yeah.
Yeah.
The look
Because
that freaks me out is
what
when a
one?
woman shaves her natural eyebrows off and then paints them back on with I'm like, where did you come up with that from?
Oh, I got some shit for you.
Huh.
I love me some olive skin, Bernsey. Trust me, Grex, if I shaved my eyebrows, they'd grow back in like one day, okay? I got the Brooke Shields eyebrows.
You
Ain't
do,
never gonna
you do.
happen.
Hey, look, you do have some thick eyebrows, and I will not tell you they're not sexy. So do not shave them off. Yeah,
All right, I won't. I promise you.
My mom used
as
to
long as it doesn't
yell
turn
at
into
me.
like a unibrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
No,
good.
I've never had a unibrow.
I
I've never even had a hair in between my two eyebrows. I think that's separated far enough. I think I'm enough of a mongoloid to like avoid the unibrow.
Fair enough.
Mine are just like little caterpillars that sit on my little mushroom head. You know what I mean? These little fuzzy fucking roly shit.
But see, then you have something to work with the shape.
I do. Not a good shape, but there's definitely plenty of hair for everybody on my eyebrows.
Like mine, my mom always would tell me, quit, like when we weren't living together, she'd be like, quit plucking on your eyebrows. I'm like, I don't. I was like, I just get the stragglies.
Nice, Bernsey.
And then she's like, there's something wrong with your thyroid. I'm like, no, there's not. Like, that's just what's on my fucking face. You know?
Right?
I don't know.
Well,
How
Bernsey, unfortunately, I'm as white as fucking China. So I go outside, I just burn up like a little fucking red lobster. And then when the sunburn goes away, I'm just white again. And there's no olive pigmentation in my skin. I'm like I don't know, some kind of, I don't know what I am. Something's wrong. I think I'm an alien or some shit. Something.
you're on the
Some,
vampire end now.
maybe. Lately, since I've been anemic, I'm kind of a gray color sometimes. It's not that hot.
Well, like back in the day, I got, in high school, tan every day.
Fuck
Staying
yeah, I was a
exercise.
California girl. I was tan. I was
Yeah.
trying to be tan.
And after I started freaking YouTubing, actually, it was before that, admittedly, but yeah, I could sit out by the pool for 20 minutes and like my thighs would be bright red and my shoulders, and I was like, oh no. Yeah. I was like, fine, I've accepted
My
it.
cheeks always get burnt. They're always burnt. They're the first things that burn are my cheeks. I don't know why. I guess I got a big fucking front face or something. They burn first, then it's my shoulders, and then usually on my chest.
Because it's like the reflection off the water is the worst. That will get you.
Yeah, that's the bitch. Remember when chicks used to get those like foil fucking satellite dishes and stick them
Yeah.
underneath their chin
Yeah, I don't.
with a fucking heat lamp? Gonna
Not saying
toast it.
anybody ever used one, but I mean, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I never used one either. But my mom used to sit in like a kiddie pool and with one of those under her fucking neck and lathered up with Tropicana trying to get herself a tan out there.
Oh my gosh, I remember.
My mom was the quintessential California blonde. She had the tan. She had platinum blonde hair. She was a tiny little petite thing, little hippie
Sorry,
girl.
guys, I hate to do this, but I'm falling asleep. I'm gonna get off of here. I love you
Good night,
guys.
Cap. Love you
Love you,
too.
Cap.
Oh,
Good
sweet
night.
dreams.
I'm gonna do it. Bye, friend.
I had a feeling he was falling asleep before that. Oh no, he took a phone call from that girl, a 21-year-old girl.
Again? No.
Yeah, she's very attached to him already.
That's
They met at a hospital. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was just joking earlier. I figured it was somebody's family. That's why I was like, oh yeah.
no, he met her. I mean, they've been talking. I mean,
I feel you. Yeah.
yeah. They find. I mean, I think she finds a lot of comfort in him. They were like roomies or something.
Right. Yeah. That's
I'm like 21, huh? Wow.
dude. Even like the hospital that, like, I was telling somebody Small World or on Jimmy C's channel because he was like, oh, I was working in Marietta, Georgia, and I was like, what the hell? And like my husband's bridge division was out of there years ago. And then it's like he trumped me like it was like 1995. And I said, yeah, I was 15. So I was like, no, it wasn't that far back. But, and I was telling about my friend Shorty. with the prosthetic leg. And when I broke my leg, I ended up at the same hospital as him in St. Louis, and he already knew every last nurse's name on that floor. And he was like, "Oh, you got to have the Rocky Road coffee from down or cappuccino from downstairs." And it was July, and of course, like they had me on so much morphine. I was like, "Sure, bring me coffee in July, whatever."
Well, whatever worked.
Yeah, but it was great. It was like, "Oh, everybody knows everybody,"
Right.
It's.
I
I
love
don't even know what my
Pomona.
point
Pomona is a
was.
pretty cool town.
Oh,
There's a lot of little cool towns down there in Southern California. A lot of missions, a lot of beach towns, a lot of cute little fucking digs. It's really expensive to live down there, though, honestly. For realsy, for realsy. But I love Southern California. I should go ask my ex if I can move in with him and like clean his fucking house. He's always gone anyways. He's never there.
I got a cousin that has a restaurant on with the
Hi,
French
Pinky.
Welcome back.
Manhattan.
I'm just kidding.
I've never been there. Like I went to their house when her parents lived in Seattle, but not where she is now in California.
I just love Southern California. I always have. I'm in Northern California right now, where there's like lakes and trees and stuff like that. But I'm not all that stoked about being here. I don't really know anybody, and I don't think I want to. And like when I go to the gym, it's like in the middle of the fucking night. I need to learn how to, I guess, socialize better in the outside world, which is weird because I'm a very social creature. So it's not like I have trouble making friends or anything like that, or that I'm like shy in public or any. I'm exactly the same
It's better to
everywhere.
have. I
Yeah,
don't know. Especially being on here, it's more of it can be
I
a
think
controlled environment if you want it to
I
be.
think it's because I can get up and walk away at any given time that it makes me feel
Yeah.
comfortable. I don't have to sit there like in a waiting room with somebody for 3 hours that I don't want to talk to. You know?
Make eye contact, like what?
Yeah, and pretend I'm interested. Yeah. Oh yes, those peanuts at your purse. You got them in fucking San Francisco when you were there. Okay,
Right.
all
No, I do
right.
not want to butter Werther's.
Yeah. Got my own Werther's, thanks. I'm stacked. I'm filled up,
Yes, I've heard about the strawberry swirls.
right?
Oh, nasty. Those fucking strawberry candies with the goo in the middle that's supposed to taste like strawberry. Those are definitely grandma fucking candies.
You mean like the ones they had at the bank or for like Halloween back in the day that
Yeah.
were in foil?
Yeah, the
Those
nasty
ones that look like strawberries with
I
the little
love
brains on
those.
taste
them.
like shit. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't eat them now, but when I was little, I loved them.
I did too. They were strawberry.
We would have been good
Well, fair
trading
enough.
buddies after Halloween trick or treating.
I would take, look, back in the day, I'd take almost any candy as long as it wasn't fucking, you know, something weird like a candy ant or some weird shit.
Chocolate covered cockroaches or some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, kid'll eat any candy.
Oh, I
Some of
wasn't
them weren't my favorites though. Like,
I didn't like milk duds. I'd just be like, yeah, I'll trade you
oh,
whatever.
I
Oh, they
like
would
me
like
some
try to
milk
pull your
duds.
teeth out. Yeah.
Oh, I
mean,
loved them.
See,
You eat milk duds or what's the other ones? They were like milk duds, but more sticky when you tried to fucking chew them. Hang on, what?
Dots.
Dots. There you go. Yeah.
oh,
I
They would
like
like
those
glue your
too.
jaw shut. Yeah.
I like Tootsie Rolls too. They're chewy too.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember a long line of Abba Zaba trend I was on for a long time.
I
Taffy
like
with peanut butter in it. Yeah.
the whatchamacallits.
Oh, I love
No, that was the name of the
whatchamacallits.
bar. Yeah, that was the name of the candy bar.
Yeah,
Whatchamacallit.
no, those are peanut butter and chocolate and caramel. They're fucking the bomb. I love whatchamacallits.
those were good. It
Oh,
was
when we went trick or treating back in the day, if you gave us apples or oranges instead of candy,
You're
we
like,
would
what
stomp
fresh hell
that
is
shit.
this?
Yeah, we would stomp that shit on your front porch and walk away. And we
That's
were evil.
nature's candy. You should have been grateful. No candy from white vans, Bernsey. None. That was against the rules. That was against the rules. When you were a kid, though, what was the main candy bar that you traded? Because I always traded my chocolate for like the hard candies, like people who like I don't know, jawbreakers and gum and fucking I don't know, crappy shit.
Like
Boston
the
baked
jawbreakers
beans.
you did the movies, like
Oh,
the
Boston
red,
baked
green, and
beans.
purple, and yellow, and orange and shit.
Yeah. Like
I
for
love
me, Snickers was
Sixlets.
my main trading candy bar. I loved Snickers back in the day. Me, not
Okay.
so much now. But
I was
back
a Kit
then,
Kat kid for sure.
Kit
Kat.
Kats were good.
Oh,
That was the shit.
Kit Kat. Yeah.
I like Milky Ways too. I'm down for Milky Ways.
I would have traded the Kit Kat to you so you could have the Milky Way for sure.
Three Musketeers was the low level chocolate bar. That was just kind of plain. You were like, meh.
Yeah, that was.
And I
that
liked
was like the
M&Ms. Oh fuck yeah, with the M&Ms. Peanut
Oh, yeah.
M&Ms are like my favorite.
peanut. Yeah, peanut M&Ms.
I would have traded those off too.
I don't know. I think you might have fell asleep.
I
But
here's an
I
unpopular.
really liked Sixlets back then.
Here's the unpopular candy bar that people don't usually pick up. I like Heath toffee bars. I think they're pretty damn good.
Well, we were talking about that on Cat Stream. At the dollar store, you can get a whole bag. Well, it's not a big bag of Heath bars, the mini Heath bars for $1. There's like
Nice.
Wow.
15 of them. Yeah, they're the
You know what
little.
else I get at the dollar store? Charleston Chews. Y'all remember those?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I had braces, so I really didn't get to embrace the Charleston Chew.
Charleston Chews were the shit. Yeah. I like them a
Boston
lot.
baked beans. Those things were gross.
Oh
didn't like
shit,
them
I love
either.
those motherfuckers. I don't know what you're talking
Boston
about.
baked beans.
It was like,
Goddamn
why would they do this to a peanut? This is weird.
Well, I like them. So, but that's
Do
just
you
me.
like those spicy peanuts, Rex? The Spanish style kind?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I can't really eat them that much anymore because my gut's kind of sensitive now, so I got to watch
Yeah.
what I eat. Yeah. So, but yeah, back in the day, yeah, I loved them.
Ew, Boston baked beans. I always traded off Boston baked beans. I didn't like jawbreakers either. And I wasn't so keen on gum. I didn't really like gum. It was always the crappy gum. It was
I
always
didn't
like a
like the
bazooka go.
Hubba Bubba or
Hubba
whatever.
Bubbas were good, but they rarely gave those out.
What was in
I was so
the
excited when I got like a ring pop or something in there because that was
ring
different.
pops were the shit.
Yeah. Because most people handed out those, bags of candies that had like the basics, Snickers, Milky Way.
Yeah.
I loved Reese's peanut butter cups. Those are the shit.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, those are on the top for me.
Oh yeah.
I like Reese's Pieces too.
Yep.
Bone
Yeah, I'm
home.
down for that.
Pieces.
Crunch bars. I'll eat a Crunch bar or
Oh,
Mr.
oh,
Good bar.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, I will.
Okay, Crunch is up there. Yeah.
So like chocolate and rice.
Yeah, it's good.
Mhm.
Well, didn't
Yeah,
the
you can make
whatchamacallits
puffed
have
rice.
a layer of that, didn't they?
They what?
The whatchamacallits had a layer with the puffed rice
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the center was peanut butter Rice Krispies, and then it had a layer of caramel on the top, and then it was covered in chocolate.
Oh, Carmelo bars.
I love Carmelo bars.
Oh, those were the
There's some sloppy, gooey motherfuckers though. Let me tell you.
I
Oh,
can
yeah.
remember being in grade school and like the seniors had their lockers along the wall where the cafeteria was. So we could get like access to where the soda machines were and shit like that, when kids could actually have soda at will. Yeah.
Right.
Well, there was this old machine on the wall that they had the candy bars in, and you'd have to stick like the quarter, nickel, dime in it, that order. It was 40 cents for a candy bar. We couldn't reach the slot, so I'd always have to pick my friend Katie up, around her knees and pick her up so she could put the money in there and twist the knob. Unless like somebody came from like the steps from like upstairs of the high school, they'd be like, "Here, we'll get it for you."
Aw.
There's always this guy named Chuck that I don't know. We just like time it right. We're like, yay, Chuck's here. He can put the money in for us.
Right?
Yeah, but that was like our big like accomplishment for lunchtime. We're like, yeah, we got a Carmelo.
We got it. We got it.
Yeah.
Baby Ruths, you remember those? Those are pretty fucking good.
Oh yeah.
Those are the ones they used to throw in pools to make it look like somebody shit in it.
Turd.
Yeah.
Duty.
Rogue turd in the pool, everybody. Rogue turd. Let it go.
Funny-
Let it go.
Yeah. Funny
Oh,
thing
York
is,
peppermint patties.
I
see,
like
I've
York.
been with-
A lot of people don't like them. I love York peppermint patties.
That was my favorite when I was
At
little.
Christmas time, they do them in little snowflakes, and I always get some of those. I love those.
But, you know, like at
Very
the store,
refreshing.
you get like the mixed bag of chocolate. It'd have like
Yeah.
the Reese's Buttercups, Three Musketeers, Kit Kat, and I want to say York peppermint patties were in there, maybe.
They are.
Oh gosh,
They
that's
are.
been so long ago.
well, I used to have a job going around filling up those candy machines.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to take the old shit out and put the new shit in. And I'd ride around with this box of fucking expired, quote unquote, candy, which
Right.
candy doesn't expire. Not really.
Right.
And yeah, I would munch on the old shit while I was driving from place to place filling up the candy machines.
Hell yeah.
Nice. It's a perk.
Yep.
Hi, Stiffy.
What's up, Stiff Richard? I still have
Well,
thinking that the candy bar was 40 cents now because that's just like not
yeah,
even-
you're living in the past. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm saying you're tiny enough. I had to lift her up to reach the slots to put the money in.
I mean, and then you got things like, Starbursts,
Oh
and
God,
Skittles,
loved.
Nerds,
Nerds.
That's like one of my earliest kindergarten memories.
Runts. Remember Runts?
Oh, they were so cute, the little bananas and shit.
I ate a gummy once that was covered in runts. It was like a stick,
Like a
of,
rope.
and it was
Yeah.
pot infused, and it had runts like on it. It's like they rolled the stickiest piece of candy they could fucking find in runts and shot pot or THC or whatever in it.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good, but I only tried it once. So
Yeah, remember those sour straws? Like one of those.
Sour
Yeah,
straws?
like
Fuck
that.
yeah, I
Yeah,
remember those.
like
Yeah.
Pixie
The
stick.
old fashioned licorice. You remember the licorice? That everybody, I used to eat licorice all the time.
Nerds. Yeah,
Pixie
no,
sticks.
that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. But it was
Nerd
like THC infused.
Yeah.
Razzles.
Whirlpool.
Well, the only thing that weirded me out about filling up the candy machine is because I had to empty the money out, and I was carrying like fucking $500 on me by the end of the day, and I was like, God damn! I hope nobody fucking hits me over the head and takes my shit. So,
Right.
Oh man.
well, I had
Who
500.
invented
It's
that,
not like
by
there
the
was
way?
cameras in
Who
every
the
truck
fuck
or-
invented a Chico stick? That thing is like eating bark. I don't even understand why people like that.
Oh, the Chico sticks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was like the inside of a Butterfinger, and you might as well just
It's
say
like a stale Butterfinger, though.
get
It's
all
super
this
hard.
stuck in your teeth, no chocolate.
Yeah.
Here you go.
well, I mean,
And I
by the
like
end of the day-
Butterfingers. A fresh Butterfinger is divine, but like a stale one is terrible. You break your teeth.
Oh yeah. Well, by the end of the day, when I went around and
Good night,
emptied all the
Brinzy.
money and candy out of the candy machines, I was driving
How are you
around with
today,
a truck
sweetheart?
full of candy and $500, give or take. Yeah, you think somebody wouldn't try to knock me in the head and take that shit?
You're like, ooh, piece of candy and money.
Yeah, exactly. Free candy.
Are you
and free
trying to tell me that you were the candy man, Rex?
I was the Willy Wonka of my
Yeah,
day.
who can take a rainbow
That
and
was
turn
sweet.
it into fudge? Pack it all up in your little tight butt. The Rexy Man can.
Well,
The Rexy Man can.
one of my stops before I would end the day was okay. My first grade teacher got promoted to principal over the years of this other school, and she was like, "You know who I am,
Yeah,
right?" I
that's
was like,
annoying.
"Yeah, I remember who you are." And she's like, "Look, put this certain kind of potato chips on fucking 6 rows of the fucking candy machine." I was like, "Okay, I'll do that for you." I can't remember what flavor she liked, but she would like go in there and buy the fucking shit out. So I acquiesced
Right?
with her request. So
And that was what was cool. Like at school, candy bars and stuff like that were always cheaper.
hmm
So it's like, yeah, I'll buy them there.
Right?
well, I mean, the candy machine was in the teachers' lounge, so the students couldn't get to it. So I just, if that's what she
Like
wanted,
we even had students that went to Costco and bought boxes of candy and sold it cheaper than what it was even in the vending machine.
oh, sure.
Like there used to be this huge box of like Tootsie Pops at Costco. It was huge and it came in this big jar and they would put like I don't know, like a slit in it and they'd pull out one candy and like or one sucker and put in like 25 cents. People do
Yeah,
that
they
shit
do
all the
that for
time
like
over at my
club
school.
fundraising and stuff when I was in high school, but it wasn't just like one person doing it for themselves. But
Oh man, my over at my place, fucking in my school, there was like a lot of entrepreneurship being encouraged. They would allow people to do stuff like that if it
see,
was prepackaged shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, my friend Katie and I, the one I keep bringing up, we got in trouble for doing that with pencils
Really?
in fifth grade, sixth grade,
But
I think fifth grade. So we would have the janitor take the pencil machine off the wall because you could buy pencils for 10 cents. So all these ones that were black that had like metallic flecks that like there would be like constellations and stuff, and there's purple, green, red, yellow, orange, whatever. So people would try to like put their dime in and then they'd be like, oh, I got a tie-dyed one. Oh, I got a plain one. So we're like, hey, well, we noticed a certain time of the day we'd go down there. Like if you're like, hey, I gotta go use the bathroom. So we just both do it at the same time and be like, okay, here's $3. Like we're gonna get, 30 pencils out of there. So the
Right?
next day we would have like an auction before school, like in the classroom. Like we weren't trying to hide. We didn't know we were doing anything wrong. We can get like 50 cents out of a 10-cent pencil. We're like, hey, that's a come up, Like sometimes it'd
It
be a
is.
dollar. It was like, this one's got the red metallic on it, like you can't find that one on your own. And
Right?
so like, yeah, superintendent, my mom, my dad, her mom and dad were like all standing in the door before school started. Like we didn't even notice. And they were giggling their butts off and then stopped when we turned around because we weren't supposed to do that. And we're like, well, we didn't know we weren't supposed to because,
do you
it's.
guys remember? Do you guys remember the pens that you could buy that had all 4 different colors?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It had that
Had
little tab thing you could push down.
hmm
Right?
Yeah.
hmm There was
I always
like
thought those were so cool
blue.
because when we would correct each other's papers, I would have different colors.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It was like black and blue and red and green were
Yeah.
the colors. I
Unless you
think.
got the cool ones that were in the Hello Kitty section at, when the mall, like anchor stores still had that.
Hell yeah.
And then there'd be
I
like
used to love that
18
Thin
colors.
Ryu store. Yeah.
Like, I
They
Oh,
got
had
do you
some
every
guys?
shade of green in here.
my
Do you guys?
beauties. I hate to interrupt this conversation, but I'm passing out on you guys. I'm tired.
Okay,
I'm
fair
going to
enough.
have to end the stream. Rex or Kobe, you guys want to go up?
Oh, no, not this early.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I can't. Not until the weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're still suspended.
hmm
Well, I'm sorry to end this wonderful conversation, but I'm literally like my eyes keep dropping down and dropping down. I'm like, I'm going to fall asleep on stream.
Fair
But
enough.
hey,
You mean you want to talk
everybody
about
that comes
anything?
out, I love you guys so much. Thanks for always coming out and supporting me. And everybody that comes on panel, Hoovy, I've missed you. I'm glad I got to talk to you tonight.
I'm glad to
Shit.
talk to you too.
All right, Rex, and as always, a pleasure, my friend. Anyways, you guys have a good night. Love y'all. Bye bye.
Later, peoples.